Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. The fuck's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this place. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, fuck it, I'm made this way. But why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done in my drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. The only one that's left in the rain. Am I the only one? 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 Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? Doesn't matter where we go and destination unknown. I don't care where the motor stops, cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh I want it, let's go. Look around, where's the people at? I want a taste of the good life. Hit me with it, right now I'm in it. Cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh I want it, let's go. And I won't look back, yeah. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Maybe I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. Say, yeah, Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. It's 2 a.m. when we close the bar, but we're in the get-go. Next place, give me some more. I could dance with you beneath the stars, cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want you. Everything stops when you move like that, and I wanna get in close to you. It's what I'm gonna do, cause right now I'm in it. I feel kinda dizzy when I'm staring at you. And I won't look back, yeah. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, oh, yeah. Maybe I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. I said, it's Cincinnati, baby, it's Cincinnati, baby.
Normal resting heart rate for bears is 40 to 50 beats per minute, but during activities it may increase considerably. The heart rates of some bears may slow to 8 or 12 BPM when they are resting in a snow bank and during hibernation.
Take everything we got, give it an honest shot. Turning it on and off, we've been sliding. Riding the highest dream, keeping the fire real. I call for you. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for fun, with a light your fire. I've been flying up the ceiling, taken by this feeling. Maybe we're invisible at last. Fueling every and maybe we're invincible. Hold your gun, caught the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, caught the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, caught the wire, aim for desire. Hold your gun, caught the wire, aim for desire. Do what it takes to make you believe. With my heart like the drive, we do what we want, but we're not free. With our hearts on hyperdrive.
Hello, Chatto. It's Tuesdat. Coming up today on Building a Nation, we are 8 point... No, we're not. Fuck. Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I had a script. I was reading off a goddamn script. No, we're not. I even had a goddamn script. Oh, God. Yeah. The whole stream has been scripted this entire time. Who knew? I don't even think I deserve the half. I just about got Tuesday out and Chatto. I think. I might have even got Chatto fucked up, honestly. Do you know what it was? Right? Problem was, we were 3 points clear with 8 games to go. And I was about to say we're 8 points clear with 3 games to go. I got in my own head the whole time. Oh, hello, what's this? Sorry, I just became Mrs. Doubtfire for a second there. You've a Janaya Doubtfire, dear. But at least you got, like, booty rapping in the intro. I guess that's something, right? Oh, dear. And we're flailing. I've been flailing since I started streaming. And I don't mean today, I mean 2.5 years ago. Yeah, my voice is finally rebroken. I'm finally a real man. Oh, God. How's it going, friends? Yeah, I bought this in Primark, like, 5 years ago for, like, 10 quid. And I said I was going to be wearing a lot of Christmas jumpers, and I have not let you down. This is the latest in my repertoire of many Christmas jumpers. I have like a proper granddad one that I was wearing yesterday too, but you know, got to wash these things. Oh God, how are we all? We can do the dancing a bit. Yeah, I can do a bit of dancing. We can just hit a bit of this. I don't know how it normally goes. It doesn't feel right when I try to do it inorganically. You know, just doesn't. Well, it's okay. It's just, I don't know. There's some pretty solid ones. Robin Williams did a fantastic job of it. Do look like a lady. Ooh. Never fails to get. It's because, right, the countdown thing is one of those things where, because I have to time it for certain parts of songs in order to dip it out, it worked perfectly on Treaty because the songs were the perfect length. But this one, because I wanted to put certain songs in it, like our vibing tune, which I'm now very pleased we did, it kind of has to just sort of linger there for a little bit, waiting for the little dropout. Skin rash. No, you say that, right, but it's actually not bad. Like, okay, that doesn't really do it any favors, does it? It's not bad. Like, as jumpers go, it's not as comfy as my Palmer one, but it's not bad either. Particularly as I don't normally wear, like, t-shirts under these. I just kind of go for it because I get too hot otherwise. Oh, God. I sent a... Oh, I mean, back in the day... Nah, to be fair, I was never that type of person. I was always one of those people that was... I was like the level below that. I wasn't the kind of guy doing windmills in the pit. I was the guy that was in the pit getting windmilled upon, basically. I also lost a shoe once at a gig. That was kind of annoying. I did eventually manage to find it again, but it did take some doing. Particularly when it was like a basketball dunk, and somehow it came off of me during a pit. It was great. I'm the windmillee, not the windmiller. That just sounds Belgian for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, that's the purple drink drank. I'm ready to go. Hello, I see doors opening. It is the Pog. Hello. How do, Big Chief? You got a what? Very important. Extremely important. Did I give you my wallet? Yes. Cool. It's Pog. I know, on a Tuesday. Look at this. She just lives here. Just lives here. She's quit her job and lives here now. J-Bro, thank you for the 8 months. If only. Yeah, in it. I couldn't get a PC jumper. The parts were too expensive to make it, so the sleeves were like being scalped online, so I couldn't afford them. And it would have looked weird me just wearing a woolly gilet, you know? I'd have looked like Tim Sherwood, but like, I reckon Tim Sherwood sleeps in pajama gilet. Just a thought mine now. Get windmilled scrub. But I guess so, yeah. It would have had to have been. Yeah, Tuesday, Pog. She's had 4 days off work. Debacle of intro. I'm sure she saw it.
It was supposed to be my driving test today.
It was supposed to be Pog's driving test today, so that's why she has the day off. But Pog decided that she was a big wimpo and to change it to February.
I wasn't ready.
I mean, yeah, but what if you'd passed?
Well, we'll never know.
It's funny, you get to pay for 2 more months of driving lessons now. That's perfect. Everything is fine. She is stepping up her hours, indeed, yeah. I need more round-the-clock care these days. It's to stop me wearing more embarrassing Christmas jumpers. Oh, dear. Get powered off and unplugged for the night. Yeah, I think you could do with a firmware update at this point, right? Being a bit of a front seat driver. What, did I not mention this? That whenever we drive anywhere, Pog has to sit in the back. It's for safety reasons. She has to sit backwards.
No, I'll get car sit.
Passenger princess, mate.
Yeah, I am.
I can't wait to be a passenger princess. I'm gonna like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna put my hand on your thigh like that. I'll be like, yeah. Oh wait, no, that's what I already do. You're gonna do that. You're gonna be like, slaps roof. This baby's got miles on him. Oh dear. Did anyone pass without failing? There you go. Yeah, literally. I mean, I got I think it was 7, no, 9, 8, something like that. But no majors, and that's the main thing. Harold Jumper hasn't made an appearance yet, but it will be. I'll probably on Thursday, because that's like my next rotation of Christmas jumpers as things go. I saw it this morning when I was grabbing this, and I thought, well, I'd already mentioned the PlayStation one, but Harold Bishop does need to make an appearance again. Haven't worn that enough for it. You forget? How could you forget? It looms ominously at you every time you open the door. The door. I don't know why I'm speaking like that. Exactly. If Apple can push an iOS update, I'm sure they can update Tim Sherwood. Then again, if there's anyone whose brain is full of spaghetti code, it's Chris. It's Chris. It's Tim Sherwood. It's Chris Sherwood, chat. Folks, it's in the baby seat, so she gets it. There you go. That's true. She's proper tall. She'd actually have to put her right out the sunroof if that happened.
I'm 5'9".
There you go. Tall Pog. You today. Oh, it was very good. I'll get. Yes. Oh, no shit. I'm taller than you when I'm on stilts. Like, imagine. You just turn my headphones off.
Oh, did I?
GG's.
I was giving you a cuddle.
Well, now you've deafened me. I hope you're happy. I am now blind to the ears. Managed to lose the police. You sure this wasn't your car stealing test? Yeah, a bit of mid-Atlantic accent is fine. Failed exiting the test. How do you fail exiting the test? Hang on, did you like crash into like someone at the junction leaving the test center? Because I'm fairly certain that has happened before. I think someone at my school did that. Someone at my school. Yes, Pog?
Someone that when I did my first driving test, like 10 years ago, someone tried to drive out, they failed before they left the exam place.
How?
Because they drove
Just got in there and started uttering pejoratives at the instructor.
They drove off with their car door open. And he was like, if you're driving off your car door open, I'm not doing your driving test.
How do you... What, the driver's side?
The driver's side door was fully open and she got to reverse out and go. And he was like, I'm not doing... No, get out of the car.
Oh, you actually did that? Oh, my days. So, there was a girl at my school in college who passed her test, got her car, the next day, crashed it on the way to school.
Oh, my God.
Her name was Emma, so, you know...
No.
Foreshadowing, bruv. Just saying.
It'll be fine.
It's fine, because you wanted to drive to school. Problem solved. That's how the universe works, right? I failed for overtaking a horse. What was he supposed to do? Sit behind the horse for the entire test? I think with the driving test, you really do have to just hope that you don't encounter any kind of obscure. You don't want to. You have to hope that you don't encounter any kind of weird stuff that you wouldn't normally have to deal with in everyday driving, that you'd have no real reference or experience to deal with. Like if you encounter a lot of this stuff now, 10 years later, you're fine. But if you encounter that on your driving test, you're not going to have that experience yet, because it's not like you're going to have trained that with your instructor. Oh, let's just go find a horse to stalk for a little bit. If you speed in the test, yeah, that makes sense though, to be fair. Failed without getting in the car because you couldn't read the license plate. Yeah. Super important to be able to do that though, because I nearly forgot my my driving glasses, or reading glasses, driving glasses, to my test. And if I hadn't have had them, I would have failed for the exact same reason, because there's no way in hell I would have been able to read the license plates from that certain distance, not without my glasses. It's the only time I wear them these days is to drive. Which is weird, because it feels like my eyes have got better over the last 5 or 6 years. I don't seem to need them for reading or anything anymore, just for driving. Not for reading, sorry, like long distance stuff. Weird. So I just leave them in the car, though. I never forget them. It's important. Proceeded to crash their BMW on day one whilst attempting to drift. did I tell you a lot about my ex-girlfriend's friend who had 5 Audi TTs, crashed all of them. Also, the 5th one that she crashed, or was it the 4th one? I think it was the 4th one, actually. She crashed by driving into oncoming traffic and somehow did not get prosecuted for it. I don't know how she didn't get prosecuted for it, but yeah, she was an absolute... And I think one of the times she was drunk and, again, managed to somehow avoid prosecution. Absolutely ridiculous. I used to listen to these stories about this girl thinking to myself, how is she alive? But there you go. She... Oh, no, for sure. Like, not even a joke. Her family were like... There's Minted, and then there was what this girl's families were. They lived... This was Isle of Wight royalty type of people. They owned, like, a load of restaurants and shit on the Isle of Wight and all sorts of stuff. Well, Charlotte, I don't know. I never met her. I was worried she might run me over. It's one of those things, man. Oh, we can get her to do the youth intakes. That's fine. We'll sack him at Doranoff and we'll get... Kate? I think her name was Katie or something. Was it Holly? Something like that. One of those names. Hey, JJ. Oh, dear. Jenny thought it was Wednesday. And now you've made me question whether it was Wednesday or not, whether I should be working. Especially if she wasn't prosecuted. Yeah. It's her lawyer was one of those guys, basically, that could just seem to make stuff happen. Have I seen Goncharov? In particular, like, lately? What, on this? I don't know. Why? Well, she wasn't my friend. She was my ex's. She was my ex's friend. And there's a reason why we're exes. You know? A Mustang, God. Pog wants a Mustang. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of the people I used to encounter with that, it was bizarre. A guy called Attila. Do we go? Right, okay, let's get off of this. We've got games to play. We actually only have 8 games to play, in fairness, but we do also have bloody... That was weird. That bloody thing. We've got Next Gen Day, so Christmas, which is appropriate at this point. Oh, Lord, what's going on here? There we go, that's better. Must have just been the animations on that thing. 100 on the... Yeah. You don't want to be in those positions, really. Luckily, I was going to say luckily my friends are good drivers, but I rarely ever go in a car with Viking these days. He's never crashed, to be fair. It's what I will say. But I haven't ridden in a car with Viking in a long time. 3 games and 8 points clear. Don't you bring my thoughts back against me, damn it. I knew what I said. So, yeah, for those of you that missed the Sunday stream, Youth Intake was rather good. I'm going to just put that there for a minute. Let you bask in the ambience of our Youth Intake. Just the 4 5-star players in the Youth Intake, 2 4.5 stars, 3 guys with 2-star current, 3-star current, 2-star current ability. Did you manage to get mentoring to work? Do you mean? Sorry, did I not tell you? I'm sorry, Christian. I forgot to mention this. Today's stream is actually going to be 4 hours of just me doing mentoring, and I will be asking chat to backseat me the entire time. It's just, that's just what I've decided. So yeah, I'll give you a little run through. He is the guy. This is the guy, basically. Adam Vereb. He is the dude. Yeah, they do. Confusing person. I think, James, you had a full lap region with like 10 crossing at like 15, didn't you? It's nice that that's actually a thing. But this is the best of the bunch, Adam Vereb. So much so that we've pushed him up into the first team. Now, what we are also doing with him is mentoring him. I know. We've got a mentoring group set up because the hope is we're going to try and get rid of this unambitious personality, try and bump that determination up a little bit, just try to make him that a little bit better. Because we want... And he's 2-footed, yeah. Return to Zealand. I know, look at me go. Now, we only have 1 mentoring group, and I'm going to do this manually over time, but we took a screenshot of certain attributes of his to see if it actually matters and how much we can have no clue how it works, but just ask your assistant to do it.
Oh, this isn't
I hope you were here last stream, Lloydie. Syntax, thank you very much for the follow. Perfect day, that's what we're all here for, right? Double foot. Yeah, weirdly, I believe, wasn't it 5 out of the 6 really good guys were double footed? Shatmari, reasonable left foot, but not great in the air, unfortunately. How many Mentos could a mentee eat if a mentee could eat Mentos? Very important question indeed. There's Mate Vig, who, again, he's not really a striker. He's a wide player that, you know, he's got the speed. You know. Oh, no worries, Syntax. Thank you for watching them. Welcome in, friend. Natural Fitness, he's not found the bit true. Or maybe he has. Maybe he had, like, fetal alcohol syndrome or something. There's Kreksha, another 2-footed chappie. We've got Soke, who, again, double-footed. We've got Kakeji. Again, double-footed. So 4 of the 6 are completely 2-footed. which is outrageous, honestly. Right, I had a look up I wanted to do quickly before we get back to that. But yeah, the youth intake was absolutely stunning. Easily one of the best I've ever seen. Chris Bone with the 16 months. How's it going, Chris? Let's see how we get. Is that Wilma? There's Wilder. Nathan Wicht. No Windmillers. There's Wilder Wilson. Also Will Puddy. Just enjoy that. Tanya Nilsson. I feel like the closest we're getting is Wilder Wilson, who does have a cap from Nicaragua. And he plays for, or rather he did play for, Real Madrid. Left without comment. Excellentness. Kiwi friend is arguing about what to make. Nice Vig. I'm here for it. So yeah, we set up a mentoring group specifically to affect this chappy here. So we got two players that were highly influential, had decent personalities and good attributes and determination. And the idea is that we're going to try to see if it works. And yeah, oh, the player view stuff. Yes. I forgot about those. Yeah, we haven't used them that much on this save just yet. Just because our scouts just kept bringing us players. Hello, Pogs. Back again. You always look surprised when I speak to you when you enter the room. That was extremely cute, by the way. And also, bear in mind, Vera, we actually started in the last game. Hello. Look at this. Look at this woman being all nice to me. It's like I said the other day, chat. I still, to this day, struggle to imagine that a woman could find me attractive, and yet.
Even though I look like this.
What do you mean, even though you look like this? You're beautiful. Shut up.
I've got the baggiest trousers on. I've got the baggiest top on, and I can sleeve snuggle on it. I've not got makeup on. I've not got my hair done.
You see this face? See it? Confirm that you see this face?
Yeah.
Right. Does this look like the face of a man who gives a fuck about any of that? Just wanted to make sure. Big hug him. Is it worth mentoring the goalkeeper? Maybe. I was worried though. This is my worry, Torment, right? If I started mentoring one dude, where does it end? It's like, if I just have that one cigarette puff, soon I'm in an alley on meth. And it's like that with mentoring. Like... Anyway, sorry. Oh, Leaf hitting both the marks there. I appreciate that. Duke Nukem with the 28 bloody months. Holy shit. That's 2 times 14.
I bring word from the future.
Oh.
The year is 22 PG. Post-Gideon, and our overlord has changed the name for a group of geese to a murder after extincting all crows. Please send he.
Please send he. You want to be careful with that. I could misinterpret that and send he. He will be sent. Oh, right. So, yeah, mentor. All right, fuck it. The reason we can't... Actually, the reason we can't do it to the goalkeeper is... Hang on, which goalkeeper? You mean Attila Miller? Or do you mean Nowusu? I suspect that with Nowusu, we might not be able to because of his squad status. Where does he sit dynamically? Actually, you know what? He's an other player. But that's a good shout. We could actually dump him in the same mentoring group, you know. God, look at me. Look at me. Look what I'm doing, chat. Look what you've done to me. Let's see how much of an effect that would have if I put Nowusu in this group. So he'd weirdly have an influence, even though he's an other player. But he does have average... That's kind of... Is that because there's too many people in the group? Or is that just because he's slightly older? But, like... true, we can complain at him, yeah. I think that might be okay. Because Vereb's still going to get the benefit of these two. I just want Nowusu's determination to go up. Because Medjez has got, like, 16 determination. And I believe other chappy here, Nemeth has got 17, right? 11, but he does have a good personality. Also, I think it's just because he was experienced in the role. Does he speak the language? Nowusu? Probably not, no. He has basic Hungarian and fluent English. So, yeah. Take Vereb out and check. I'd be afraid... Oh, no, I can put him back in, can't I? Yeah, so... It isn't because of Vereb. It's just... That's just how it is. Mentoring is great at how to use it. Oh, you're going to love it. I realize there hasn't been a YouTube video on the YouTube channels, obviously, since last Thursday. Yesterday, I script outlined and wrote 3 videos. So, yeah, I'm on it at the moment. I had a fucking productive-ass day yesterday. Even if we can just get a slight effect on him, really. I think it's better than putting him in his own group with a new load of guys, because then, more importantly, we'd have to build that group. I don't think we quite have the... This might actually be a thing we do later, but just putting him in there for now is probably going to do something for us. doing his job. Hey, I need all the motivation I can get, James. Matt posting about doing his job. Hey, if you can't boast about that, what can you boast? I don't have a lot to boast about, to be honest with you. Social group. It could be, yeah, potentially. Not a video. 3 videos. Thank you. We've got Everton Red Zone thing. We've got the video about Nowusu, actually, and also the second season free transfers video, which is actually kind of fascinating. I really enjoyed making that. I haven't actually made the video part of it yet, but I really enjoyed doing the research for it because there's some interesting stuff in there. And I did the script for the stream. Very important, which you might know I fucked up very quick there, Rob. Managed to go back to acting school, I think. Work for the railways and... I mean, you could just pretend that you are a train. Like, think full-on Thomas the Tank Engine style. And we all have a lot of respect for Thomas around these parts, as you well know. 3-hour-long video and mentoring. I'm trying to keep it quiet, Spearsy, damn it. I would like to actually look at... This is the thing. I'm like that, as you know. I get into proper frustration situations during a stream, like last stream where we got the whole backseat with the mentoring thing, right? And then I will spend the next 3 hours after the stream sat there going, yeah, but that does look kind of interesting and I would quite like to investigate it. And then I come back the next stream and be like, I'm in. It's the same reason Bobby's now on Advance Forward. Oh, dear. Hey, Raman. You got your head? You did get my head. It's easy to do. I'm a very thin-skinned individual, really. So, yeah, maybe if Nowusu plays a bit more games for us regularly, he'll grab a slightly more effective social group, potentially. Here we go. Look at the space for Kapralik. Go on, Adrian. Take it past him. Have a pop. Oh! Oh, good save. I think that might have been offside anyway. What was the name of my methods? The Pablo method. I will call it the chat annoys me for an hour method. No, do you know what? I'm going to call it the secondular card method. Because, damn it, I want my own method. I want my own move, like a wrestler. Yeah, Twitch Prime is kind of weird like that, isn't it? I'll go to a stream after we've raided because I often drop my Prime on whoever we raid the day that my Prime comes available again. And sometimes it just, because of the random time I finish the stream, won't let me do it. The method. The method. Just the method. The okayest method. Mentoring an international squad. Oh, you don't even start. I actually did still have that idea of doing a random international save just for the lols. Just to sort of point out all the things I think could be made better with it. A 17 determination model citizen. I mean, hey, let me be the canary in the coal mine for you, and we'll see over the next couple of seasons what effect it has with Vera being in that group. This is going top bins any minute now, I think. We literally are not allowed to beat Honved. It is not allowed to happen. This would be our 4th defeat to Honved in the same season. And we played unbelievably well against them last time around, still lost 4-3. And that caused the hilarious meltdown with the playing squad. That's a great finish, to be fair, but we just keep losing to Honved because that was their first shot. Literally their first shot. It's just, they are our bogey team. We've absolutely outplayed them the last couple of games against them and still lost. It's absolutely outrageous. Oh, D up into the channel, not quite. Honved are getting towards the list. If we lose to them 4 times in the same season, go on, D up. Square it, maybe? Oh, if he just drops that back, that would have been a huge moment. If he just rolled that back to Abduholikov, they are the News and Pats. That would also send them above us in the league, annoyingly. God, that title race is still bloody tight. Release clauses. Yes, I have seen a lot of that, and I'm a little bit concerned that that's why I feel like boat clauses are going to be even more powerful this year, honestly. James, with the 2 bastard years. It's lovely seeing that founder's badge in chat still.
2 years.
Thank you, my friend. That's 2 years, he says, after obviously knowing that. That's true. No, I reckon Ferencvaros wins something in this set. Because think about it. Once we start to hopefully dominate, Ferencvaros will still be really good. It's great. Data Hub. Apparently, I can't collect data on opposition last match. What league are you managing in, Paul? As in what club and league? And also, how many data analysts do you have? That stuff actually matters for it. It's... I would say silly, but that's actually genuinely realistic, I suppose. But not if you say Barcelona, then I realise it's not realistic, and we could talk. Yeah, it's a 33-game season, and it's certainly 7 games to go after this. 7 games clear with 0 points left in it. Oh, come on, at least get a draw against them. Oh, God damn it, man. 3. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't have to do that, but I suspect that we will at some point. Luckily, we've stacked this squad out with some outrageous talent to begin with, which is helping. After Holocaust had a woeful day. Oh, by the way, I had a little look at, who was it? Jarju. He says he's getting regular starter playing time. I looked at his form page. You know, we can see the last 20 appearances. He missed a couple of friendlies, which shouldn't matter at all for me as far as playing time goes, but apparently it does. And he was suspended for a game and then not selected for one game. He played the other 16 matches, and he's only considered a regular starter by that. And that's what my biggest problem is with that sort of stuff. Wow, and Dice had a dreadful day. Let's get Mejesh in. Maybe in Gom, actually, for Diop, who's missed a couple of big chances. And also Pereira off for Espria. Espria's actually got a really good record. Loves the team in this league, because if any kind of edited one with 6 or less teams, the data hub doesn't work. Really? Holy shit. What is it? Hang on. What in the name of Lord and so is Logan? Oh, a boat clause, right.
Do not hate me. I am familiar with over 600
Quinzinho, thank you for the follow. So a boat clause is what, you know, when you put the, you can get that extension that says it's like a 3-year optional extension for the club, right? So we refer to that as a boat clause because we had an Argentinian right-sided player called Valentin Barco. Barco means boat in Spanish. And basically, the reason we started calling it the boat clause is because we found out that if a club triggers... If you're bored, sell a player out from underneath you and they accept an offer, if you have an extension option on that player, you can then cancel the transfer using it. So we called it using a boat clause, and that's kind of where it came from, basically. So it's just become like random stream parlance.
Do you know if there's a train coming anytime soon?
Selevian, thank you for the follow.
They are building it now.
We're actually going to lose them for the 4th time in a season, aren't we? We actually are unironically going to lose them again in a game where they've had 3 shots. And I just don't think we can beat them. 4 defeats to the same side in one season. I think that they've beaten us the same number of times as every other team combined. That's how bad it's got. I think we've lost maybe 4 games this season outside of Honved. But the other 4 defeats were to Honved. Oh, my lord. Oh, dear. Hey, Ugaran. How's it going? They're on the list if we lose to them again. Particularly as it could actually cost us the title. Just a late equaliser, something. Four defeats in the same season to Budapest Honved. And I think in the last 3 of them, we've been the better side comfortably. Outrageous scenes. Have they just got, like, dirt on our players or something? 3 performance analysts. Ah. Nationally with Wrexham. You should still get some kind of data, right? I'm good, Holbrook. I'd be better if we could beat Honved. Let's have a look at the past meetings. I want to just show you how bad this is, right? So, defeats this season. Lost 1 game there to Puskás. Honved. Debrecen. Honved. No, I tell a lie. We've lost 6 games all season. 4 of them have been to Honved. Look at this shit. We've only lost 6 games all season, and we've somehow lost to Honved 4 times. 3 of which were at home. That is mad. And let's just actually have a look at these games. So the first one, I think we were deserved losers. I think we were comfortably outplayed in the first game. Oh. No, we weren't. No, we fucking weren't. 4 shots, 3 on target, 0.3 XG. 2.16, lost 2-0. The second game against Honved, I think this is the one where we got outplayed. Yes, they did thoroughly outplay us in this game. Like, completely. Deserved the win, but then what does that even matter? Then there was the 4-3 in the Cup, where, admittedly, quite a tight game, probably still slightly edged it, still lost 4-3. They scored in the 93rd minute. And then, of course, we had, today. Incredible. I don't think it's about their tactic. I actually think it's about the fact that they maintain possession so much. And I genuinely think the best thing we can do against them might not be to do the trigger press thing that I do. That might be the way around them. I think it works against everybody else in this league, but I don't think it works against Honved because they're one of the few teams that actually keep possession against us. And I suspect that we're playing into their hands by chasing them so heavily. And I think we might need to sit off them a little bit and do like, literally just not have my trigger press on every player thing that I've been doing. I think that might be the way through them. Not that we will find out, of course, until next season, because we've managed to exhaust every single game against Honved for the year. I can't believe we lost them 4 times. Are we mad? Well, we're going to find out because we're going to play friendly against them. Is that considered a derby? Well, I mean, we're both based in Budapest, right? Jason Clare, thank you for the follow. But from what I'm told, I mean, our biggest rivals are Ferencváros, like, in terms of the big derby. But we do have, like, Újpest as a local rival. Interestingly, no rival at all with Honved, even though we're both based in the same city. That's kind of interesting. I like that. I consider them beneath us. That's what I've decided. Trigger less, dribble less. Pretty much. Just for that one game. Who's their big rival? Ferencváros, Újpest, Vasas, Pushka. I love how they have rivals with everyone except us. I feel like you and I are going to have a problem here, Ramon Tribulier X. His surname looks like an Xbox gamer tag. The Mercury was Lord Lucan. It's such a deep cut. What on earth? I was listening to a podcast about Lord Lucan a couple of months ago. Thank you for the follow, though. Oh, good lord. Just hit them on the counter. Yeah. I think it's fine in games when you're going to win the ball back loads and quickly, which is what we've kind of done. But it seems that against them, that's the one team that is the exception, basically. And I think for next season, we'll just have to remember that it doesn't work. I don't know. Why would I was going to say they see us as beneath them? It's kind of like Fulham and Chelsea. Chelsea just don't care about Fulham. It's like, why would they? There's no derby there. It's kind of like that older brother that moved away when you were like 3. Raymond Trebuchet. That's the one. Okay. So we'll put that behind us, if we can. Ken Mekazume, thank you very much for the follow. Stop finances training. I'd love to give you advice, Regan, because as you can see, I am a massive expert on good finances. I am the Martin Lewis of FM finance. Basically, the trick with any league that isn't one of the big leagues is just get to Europe as fast as possible. Basically, leverage the house, bet it all on red, literally, and hope for the best. Which is why I'd be very glad if we at least managed to, like, do something. Tactic anyway yet? No, I haven't thought about putting it up yet, honestly. Because I don't think it's ready for... I always... You know, I could probably put this version up at some point. This fake qualifications. Wait, what? Is there a story here that I'm missing? Someone... Well, I tend to just... I'm betting on our future. I'm betting on us qualifying for Europe. I really hope that we do win the league, obviously, because I want to be having the highest, like, chance of dropping down. Could I upload Honved's tactic? Wait, to be fair, you're not wrong. After all, they are top of the league, and they were predicted where this year? Does it actually say on this screen anymore? No. I'll have to look on the season preview. Oh, it does. Top left. Oh, yeah, of course. Literally right above where it fucking... So, yeah, they were predicted 5th, and this guy's chappy... This chappy here has got them into 1st. So, who qualifies for what? Currently, it's Champions League, Europa League... Sorry, Champions League, Europa Conference. It's 3 conferences. Oh, except it's not, is it? What am I talking about? I think there's some weirdness because of where we are, because of the cup winner. So... And they're both kind of dependent on the cup winner. Nobody with Cracked Quality wants to join. Yeah, it's one of the issues that we've noticed for a while. It's one of the reasons we made a slight tweak to this database before we started it, because we were worried that it would affect the other Hungarian sides long term, and I suspect that would have been the biggest drawback, would have been them trying to find players. I'm really curious to see, though, when we're in a position to let them, to where they'll have money, I want to see just how interesting that transfer bias thing, because they don't have any transfer biases in Hungary, whereas almost, I believe, according to Hadrian, every other league has some, but Hungary has none. Kloppy's getting pissed at me again. What was the one? There was one of those you were supposed to click on. I can't remember which one it was. But I've never managed in Slovakia, so I don't actually know what the internal rules are like in Slovakia. We're only a couple of days away now from... Is there any main squad people? No. Oh, there's a Attila Miller as well. Oh, he has low determination too. It's weird, actually, because doesn't Emmett have really good determination? 7. It's weird that we've got so many players now, Youth Intake, with terrible determination when you consider how good Emmett's personality is. I guess it doesn't always rub off, but surprising. Maybe it's just luck of the draw. We got really good players, just got the lack of personality on them. Lack of personality. Favourite other nations to transfer from? Hungary's blank. So what were the... Oh, my loveliness. Pog's just coming with coffee. Hello. What coffee is this? Decaf caramel latte. Good lord. Look at the state of this. What's this? Oh, it's a chocolate donut. Oh, what a day. It is a blessed day, chatter. What a pog. High football importance based on history. I actually don't know, Freddie. Hadrian, when you set that... Oh, no, I did that, didn't I? I've actually forgotten what I did. I don't think we touched that, did we? Oh, that's so good. That's one of the things I don't think we paid any attention to. But, like, for example, Irish clubs had that horrendous preference for signing players from the UK, and that's what really stymied them for such a long time in the save. Like, remember how difficult it was for them to sign? They just didn't seem to sign anyone outside of Ireland for, I think it was the first 27 seasons of the save. Em's eating an iced bun. The back of a Costa, I wish. Or rather, Pog wishes. It's just a local bakery that does, like, coffee and stuff. Like, would highly recommend. Oh my god, look at that. Just a donut with chocolate sauce on the top. Welcome in, Freddie. For me, donuts and coffee are... They're an incredible combination. They might have been Kermit, but the problem is then why were they doing that? It's fine, Hadrian. I'll just ignore you because non-sub. That's a joke. In 2028, holy shit. Yeah, get you a local bakery. They're just the best. I don't think I've ever turned on sub-only mode. There's no reason to. As far, well, for me anyway, there's never been a reason to. These are so good.
My spoon was good. The lady asked me what colour ice bun I wanted. I was like, oh, you pick. She was like, okay, I think you want the most icing on. I was like, yeah, you did.
They used to do lemon ones.
Oh, no.
Am I married? No. This is my carer.
I'm gonna, every time someone asks me where we get married, I'm going to punch them in the
That's Pog's volunteering.
Gotta get my community service hours somehow.
And we're up. My assistant. Ooh, look at it. That's done some lovely stuff to the... Careful there, Pogs. I'm going to knock your coffee out your hands with my flailing arms. I'm not wacky. Did I drop it? I did indeed drop the donut on my lap, yes. Carers allowance. Oh, of course I do. You get £3 a week. Yeah. I pay through violence. God, that's so good. We're still, yeah, that's really good actually. They've got a lot better. It feels like they've even got their own like branded cups now. They've obviously really taken that whole cafe thing seriously. Oh. A bike meetup? Yeah, no.
Yeah, all the cyclists are in there.
Go on, Half. Tell me, what has improved your mood recently?
Me?
I doubt that. You've improved my mood recently. No longer. Don't be mean to Mike. He's lovely.
No, he's not, because he keeps messaging me asking for my fucking discount.
Okay, and you keep giving him the discount. Great news for the community. Mike is the best. Because of plastic. Oh yeah, we don't have a plastic ban. Like, it's a plastic. I mean, yeah. But it does say caution content's hot, so there's that. Shrek Daniel storage. Oh, EU thing. Wouldn't know about that. EU, never heard of it. Sounds like some commie shit. His Xmas pajama story. No, please tell. I know, but I think he's having a good time there, and I'm glad. I'm so cool. Well, Mexico, Monterrey, anybody? I guess the big question, right, is there going to be any regens in it? Oh, look, it's Jude Bellingham. Yeah, I must say, paper straws are one of my least favourite things in the world. They just get soggy and stop working. It's like, here's your drink, but there's a time limit on how long you've got to drink it. Yeah, I found that you normally get the older ones towards the top. So yeah, Sheldrup's there at Porto. Or is that a real life transfer? Is that a real life transfer? Or is that a... Wait. Hang on. No shit. Oh my god. It's Nowusu. It's Nowusu. Of course it is. Oh, Pog's now sending me tweets from Mike. What's going on? Pog, I can't be reading all that. Like, paraphrase or something. Number 9. P. Wanner. Okay, so we've got obviously Sheldrup, there's Javi, there's Kamari, not a player I'm super familiar with, actually. But he do be looking good. Asnu, Duranville. Is that Anderlecht? Yeah, it is. I saw the badge and I was like, oh, I wonder. The Croatian Mesut. They bought matching Xmas pajamas. Pog, why are we not buying matching Christmas pajamas? Oh dear. Is my point. Danny Perez, Mr. Tell, Zavonorek. Are they all just at buy-in? Okay. Guy Maccabi Tel Aviv. Scholl, Roque, Rony Barge, not surprised. It's Mane. God, there's another Mane. They just keep... Oh, an Italian Mane. You love it. Santos, Butera, Rykov, Makoko. I don't think there's going to be any regens on this list. Is that the Australian guy? Quol. Wow. Sick. Kovacevic, Ribeiro. Problem is they're all at big clubs as well, so they're kind of outside of us being able to do any scouting on them either. We've got Thierry Small. Please be small. Please be small. Split. You're 6 foot tall, Thierry. You can't do this. Swanina. Hang on, he's American. American Polish. I wonder if he'd pronounce it Slonina or Swanina. Does have the right symbol though. Let's see. Maturo. Oh yeah, I know that's a real transfer. They actually talked about it during the Australia-France game, maybe? I don't know. It's not looking like we're going to get any regens on here. Not a single regen. But, on the plus side, Nathaniel Nowusu. We have a player on the next gen list. Which is... What more do you... Hey, look. Looky here, chatto. Intriguing. That arrow is trending in an unmistakably upward green direction there on Mr. Nowusu. Intriguing. Let me just check on Vereb. Okay. Interesting. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Oh, you just get that when you're... Oh, I see. But we will find out. Was it rising before? Well, even better then. Even better. Once again, Nicholas Bentner has failed to get his qualifications. Lord. As in Swanini. Okay, I wasn't sure because I know that sometimes when players are like either American born or something, like for example Pulisic, they pronounce it in an American way rather than like a more native way, like Pulisic, I suppose. The kitchen knife, good lord. So yeah, Bentner, he's going to fail this every year, isn't he? That's like the 3rd time in this save already that Nicholas Bentner has failed to get his Continental Pro license. Contracts that are expiring. I think I looked at most of this. Meze already wants to leave. There's a few younger players that are out on loan, but I went through and I kind of looked at everybody. I think with these guys, I might as well... does Matt leave? Maybe. I think with those guys, I'm kind of happy. Staff contracts we can leave as it is. Other than... Make sure there's no Emmett or Flies Freeze in here. No, that's fine. That's fine. And then youth contracts. I think I've looked at most of these guys and decided against some of them. Oh, we get money for that. Lovely news. That wasn't a bad one, I guess. Oh, I know it's a Polish surname. That wasn't my question. Knowing full well it was a Polish surname, but he's American. Ergo, he may not pronounce it in the Polish way. Oh, they're definitely calling him Slow Nina. Where's Nina? Should be along in a little bit. Little 10-0 victory there. That's nice. We take those. We have a lot of digging out. Looking like a script. Oh, you mean, hang on. I was making thumbnails for some of the videos I was planning yesterday, and I was getting bogged down in some of my thumbnail faces, particularly as I needed one where I'm doing this and holding a bag of money, and that was a hard one to do. Best performing attacks. Never us, is it? Never us. Immediately is. Wow, we really are just on it, aren't we? We take those. Yeah, Dutch names are very hard to pronounce. There's a few that I can do, but once they start adding in J's in scrupulous places, that's where I start to get a little bit stuck. Also like 30 plus games in the... Yeah, that's the other thing. If you have a... That's why you'll always see generally, if you play the game like I do, and I know a lot of you do, that you'll have a lot more players in the next gen than you might imagine, because I often build very young teams. And that's... You get a lot of young players that are very, very good, that get a lot of... Oh, it's the supporters. Okay, okay. They get a lot of game time early doors. So that's probably why Nowusu... That being said, Nowusu has still only played like... God, look at that. Look at all those 5 stars. And they're all young as well. Where's Nowusu? He's only played like... He's actually only played 3 games for us so far, in fairness. Cold Miners. Interestingly. Favorite FM save? I don't know. It has to be for me one of the Building a Nations. Be it maybe Tromsø, even being Polonia, to be honest. Molfehavar player retiring during the season. Maybe he got an injury. Artem Shabanov. Wait, he's not even old. He's younger than I am. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, still. He's only like 32. This is a reminder for Vodme that this is where I started watching the stream. I love it. I love it. Also, up the Voddies. I hope you're well. I've genuinely been blown away by the fact that there's like 1,000 people watching the VODs. 1,000 people watching the VODs. That's astonishing. How could 1,000 people put up with me for 4 hours, like 3 times a week, live, let alone on a VOD? But fair play. Pause for videos. Oh, good God. Yeah, don't do that. They were dreadful. But you got to start somewhere, right? Everyone's first video is going to be shit. Mine certainly was. It's kind of weird that it happened mid-season. It doesn't appear to be an injury. He's not even that old. He's only like 32. Which is pretty young for players to retire in the game. And Gom's showing pleasing progress. Yeah, he is going to be ridiculous, isn't he? In fact, while I'm here, I probably should actually get him... I love being able to do this from this menu. I absolutely adore this. Saz, you're a legend. Oh, what was it? I had a thought. Oh, Saz, I don't know if you're here. This might not be a possibility, because I realise it would have to pull things from maybe stuff it doesn't have access to. But wouldn't it be amazing if this menu on the right-hand side, this bar, took up a bit more space, because you don't need as much of this, but was able to display match stats for the matches that you're clicking on. So if I click this, it would be able to display things like XG, shots on target, stuff like that, to give you a bit more context for the game. Save you going off of these in order to actually... Because then you have to load things in. And I wonder if it wouldn't work because of the fact that when you click it, it has to load information. But if that is at all possible, that would be a game changer for a skin like this. But I suspect that it's probably not possible based on the constraints of the game, potentially. Where's number 6? I don't know. You have to find Wally. I haven't done my advert today either yet. They put you on double... Who would want to listen to me on double speed? You'd have to be a madman. It's just a reminder for the future news. We had to start in the VOD. Just combing through, trying to find the point where your thing shows up above my head. I think a lot of people maybe use it for background. Check it out when I'm done. Oh, excellent. No, please don't rush it, Saz. It was just a thought that occurred to me last night when I was looking through some things. And I wondered if it was possible. Because, again, just the amount of comments you're getting on that YouTube video. Just people being like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Like, this is... Someone said that Saz has added more functionality to the game than the update of the game has. Most non-music videos on double speed. I tend to watch... I watch any kind of newsy... I say news, like if I'm watching my NASCAR news channel, Erica Stepp, I always watch him on double speed just so I can get that stuff into my veins quicker. But usually for me, most videos I watch on 1.5, and then I watch like City Planner Plays on like 1.25 because I want to actually experience. Just because I get relaxed by him. He's a calming man. Which skin last year? As far as this skin didn't exist last year, as far as I know. Maybe it does. I don't think Saz maybe won last year, did you? I know you were in the process of building it. Had a double take when I live. Yeah, I just find there was a Saz skin. Really? Oh. What is the day in the life of... it depends on what day it is, honestly. Oh, you did? My apologies. On a YouTube day, it just depends. It's like get up, build my daily checklist. So I have like a Google Doc that I write in like the tasks and things I need to accomplish that day, be it mostly work-related things. But if cases, like, so for example, yesterday was like buy Christmas presents for my parents and my sister and her partner and my... yeah, parents and stuff like that. But yesterday it was mostly things like I wanted to try and outline scripts for 3 videos. So I was simming some stuff for one of the videos, and while the game was simming, I was writing a script on the other screen whilst keeping an eye on it. And so that was already done. And then once the sim was complete, I was exporting the data from FM into a spreadsheet, which is really, really cool and it's super useful when you're breaking stuff down. Oh, it's just mostly vouchers. It's easy. I never said you weren't on my list, Rob. I said, and others. You're under the category of and others. Oh, that's awesome, Jaco. It's what they wanted. They literally wanted. No, I was told to get that. Normally, I'm like pretty good. But I'm actually a very good gift getter. Pog will tell you this. That's what they wanted. Will I do vlogs? Absolutely not. That would be the most tedious thing I think I could possibly imagine. Particularly with me. See you later, Eldestructor. Ferencvaros win again. Pushkas win again. And we're now 3rd in the league. Sweet Christ. We're not going to... just hovering over that just to see all the Honveds. Damn it, man. 2 more and then back-to-back away games as well. I don't think we're winning this. Have you a desk for several hours? Literally, that's what it would be. And that's all the YouTube one would be as well, really. And then once I'd done that stuff, I then did thumbnail editing all afternoon to make thumbnails for those 3 videos that I just outlined scripts for. That way I wouldn't have to do it on the days I recorded them. And then I had the game, which was in winter. The Japan-Croatia game. I had that on the other monitor. Chris, JD, thank you for the follow. One-off video vlog. There'd just be no reason to. It's not content that would perform well. It would take a long time to make an edit, and it would absolutely have no effect. It would be pointless. There is no upside to it. Now, oh yeah, especially goes to Pizza Hut. Now we're talking. Pog and I went to Pizza Hut last weekend, actually. On a Sunday night, of all places. Oh, mate, I tell you what. I so wanted Japan to go through. I was desperate for them to go through, but bugger me. Their penalty shootout was absolutely gopping. It's like they hadn't ever taken a penalty before. Not like at a World Cup, just ever. It's like they'd never taken a penalty before. I thought that the Croatian goalkeeper was going to keep a clean sheet in the penalty shootout. That's how bad it was. Diana Ross did, yeah, I think Diana Ross is the worst penalty miss of all time. You really could. It was awful. It's such a shame as well, because I really wanted them to go through just based on the way they played for a lot of that game. Like, they actually looked like they gave Croatia a really good game. They had some good chances too. I know Croatia did too, but like, damn. Hey, Jacozy. Ross, Zaza, the Japanese. Oh, don't forget Ademola Lookman. When you talk about worst penalties of all time, you cannot exclude Ademola Lookman for this. I still haven't forgiven him for that. New Big Brother. Oh my God. I could not think of anything I want to do less than that, Rob. Genuinely. Pat Nevin. Better commentator than he is a penalty taker. No shot there. Who was the... It was... Because Mayo Yoshida took one, didn't he? Who was the other? Oh, Minamino, of course, yeah. The Arsenal pass penalty, true. But does that count? Because it never actually got taken. Then again, if I'm including Diana Ross, I think we can include that, right? Guys, I really wanted Japan to go through. I just wanted someone to just shock a little bit. And since it couldn't be Senegal, I wanted it to be someone like Japan just to go a little bit further. Croatia do seem to be... A lot of their like star players are now aging out of the squad. And they do have talent coming through like Gvardiol. Although... Okay, did anyone else get irrationally angry listening to the co-commentator, who I believe was Lee Dixon, repeatedly mispronounce his name, but like multiple different ways? Like I swear at one point he called him Gore Vidal. Like, he's definitely called him Garvidal several times, but I'm certain I heard him say Gore Vidal once. It was just incredible. It's not even that hard to say. Gvardiol. Gvardiol. Yeah. He probably pronounces it Dyson. Thinks he's an heir to a Hoover fortune. There was a lot of Garvidal, and I definitely heard Gorvidal once when he was like in the middle of a sentence. Country's never played it. Yeah. I just think that you can tell when a co-commentator, usually when they're newer to the job, comes in and you can tell they've got a massive page of notes. They've looked up, they want to make sure they make a good impression, and they'll have shit about players that even the commentator doesn't have, and they can influence it really well. And obviously they still have to be a good speaker, but you can tell when they're putting that effort in, right? When you can also tell though when people like Lee Dixon rock up and have probably just been handed like a bit of paper by an intern or an associate producer or something that just has some stuff that they just kind of occasionally glance at and just chat shit basically. But the trend of it, I try. Sevalarian, I try. England beating France, I think it's very unlikely, but you know what? You never know. It really will just come down to how we set up tactically and how they set up and taking our chances, right? Youth coaching techniques a bit. Well, so here's the thing, Freddie. If I recall, this is a bit of a weird one, right? But back me up on this, maybe. This is something my dad says, because obviously my dad's Scottish, half my family's Scottish, so obviously he grew up in Edinburgh. And one of the things he was saying, and my auntie was talking about this too, is that for a while, youth coaching was subsidised after school for football coaching in Scotland. And then, so that's during the golden era of Scottish football, right? And then apparently, I think it was sometime maybe around the 1970s or 80s that this stopped. And as a result of it, less kids were going into youth football in Scotland after school and stuff like that. And it seems to correlate very nicely, or nicely, like perfectly, with the downfall of Scottish football's quality. So I'm not saying those two are intrinsically linked, but it does seem to suggest that there was something to do with that potentially. Because let's be honest, if more kids are getting football coaching, there's more chance that kids are going to become footballers because there's just a larger pool of players that they're getting a chance to see and getting a chance to develop and get better quality coaching as well. But I don't know. Substitutes coaching, yeah, Croatia do not look great. Who are Croatia playing in the next round? Because I think no matter who they play, they might well get an absolute hiding. They have not looked good in this tournament particularly. Brazil, oh good God. I mean, they have had it. I think they might actually perform worse than South Korea. And I must admit, South Korea were dreadful yesterday. That first half was shocking. Now, that being said, Brazil were actually filthy. Like, some of the stuff they were doing was like, oh, good God, this is like watching 1970s Brazil. They were ridiculous. The third and fourth goals were incredible. That little scooped cross to Paqueta was outrageous. I was sat there and I was literally pointing at Pogba being like, what? They will slap them. They'll absolutely slap them. Oh, dear. What was I going to say? I think I've forgotten something. Oh, yeah, Lineker. It is weird when he was just randomly trotting out Japanese phrases, wasn't it? It came across to me a little bit patronizing. Like, Japan are not mugs. They're here by merit. They performed incredibly well, beat two world nations, not obviously slightly surprisingly, but they still did it. It wasn't a fluke that they did it twice. They have a tactical style and they play very well, and they could have won that game as well. They're not some like world minnow. I think they need to put some respect on Japan. I love that they went man for man. I absolutely love that they went there because of the enjoyment I got out of watching Brazil, but for their own safety, terrible idea. Yeah, Hwang Yi. Oh, that's another one, right? What was it that... So, I had the commentary, or I had the game on my computer because I was sitting at the desk for some reason, and I had the game on my monitor and I had to come through the speakers. Pog thought that the commentator called him Swaggy Chan, and I just absolutely enjoyed the shit out of the idea of someone being called Swaggy Chan. It's like Jackie Chan's like B-Tech brother. So I play like Son, I guess, but that's a good point actually, really, because like Korea, obviously they beat Spain, well no, Portugal rather, but like Japan don't really have the standout in the sort of level of Son. They've just got a lot of solid players, and Matoba looks fantastic. Yeah, obviously Lineker did play in Japan, didn't he? So I guess he knows something about it, but it's kind of like the I did a semester abroad there once, ergo I know everything about Italy kind of behaviour in it. You come back in a sarong and like pair of flip-flops and with a what's it called with a henna tattoo and suddenly think you're all cultured. Those people, you remember them all from school, right? Oh, 18 matches, 4 goals over 2 seasons. Hey, it's a good living. Yeah, Matoma is... Who did Matoma play? Oh, did he play for Bristol City? Wow, I did not realise that. I know he plays for Brighton now, but I didn't realise they got him for Bristol City. He's been... I mean, I've loved him watching him for Brighton this year. And he's just been excellent. He's such an, like you say, an electric player. His pace and agility are incredible. Oh, Kawasaki, then on to Brighton. Oh, okay. He's come from Japan. I've now finished my coffee. What is this? Travesty of a day. Look at us being in another league game, eh? Shit, I put Ljubic back in goal again. I keep forgetting that my assistant prefers Ljubic, and I need to make sure that that doesn't get in the way, because Nwosu could start complaining if I don't play him enough, because he has got quite a big contract in terms of his player status, and he needs to play more. I need to remember to start him more regularly. I know, we press continue with everything. Turned down Kawasaki initially to go to university. Hey, that's important, I think. Good planning. I think there needs to be more education like that for young footballers. Now, obviously, not every footballer is going to be like some incredibly smart person, but I feel like a lot of them might slip through the cracks of football because they put all their eggs in the football basket, when in fact they very intelligent young men and women that, you know, maybe missing out on good careers later by putting too much of the eggs in that basket. Is that the Holocaust throw? Come on, Bobby! Oh my goodness. Again with the match engine. I love it. Shit like that would not have happened on last year's game. The deflected shot like that actually goes past the goalkeeper. Those were always blocked. Do you think Bale is the greatest British player? No. I mean, particularly, like, I think that he was not good in the World Cup in the grand scheme of things. He was very anonymous. I know he scored a penalty, but like, which of course John Hartson described as genius, which was fantastic. Okay. Jarju, by the way, is developing into an incredible player. I was looking at some of his attributes and his development. He is flying up the charts at the moment. More grounded. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, there is different cultural expectations, I suppose. And I imagine with any young footballer, particularly if they've got like a football-mad father or mother, I suspect that there's a lot of pressure on. I could not disagree more, Bear. I honestly, every time John Hartson's commentated on a game, I've wanted to turn him off. For me, he's like Ali McCoist if I disliked it. I don't know what it is. He's just so... It's hard to listen to, for me. Maybe I just don't like John Hartson. Maybe that's what it is. He's not the soul. Yeah, I think that's always the problem when you've got a player that's like so standout above everyone else in their, like, their team. Yeah, McCoist, this is the thing. McCoist makes a lot of things that are very, very well researched and thought out sound off the cuff. And I think that's what a good co-commentator can do really well. It kind of comes back to what I was saying a minute ago. I think McCoist does that. I just love Ali McCoist and John Champion. They're so good. I just wish every game was commentated by McCoist and Champion. I adore them. I could even listen to Ali McCoist commentate on Scotland. Had a meltdown over the US commentators. No, what did he say? Was this during the Dutch game? Well, the problem is when you're a country like Wales and you've got Bale, every country, every team that you come up against pretty much knows your exact strategy, really, because you can only really go one way. Whatever happens, no. I think Southgate's probably gone no matter what happens. I think because if we win the World Cup, then if I'm him, I leave at that point, right? Because you've achieved all you can at that point. Go out on a high. No one's ever going to... You could... Everything you do from that point onwards would tarnish your legacy, right? And if he doesn't, I think maybe they'll be looking for something fresh, potentially, because they'll look at maybe things that they could have done better. But honestly, I still think we've done all right. We'll get Basancic in for a little bit. Maybe Ndiaye, actually, for Mejesh. Has he said it? Oh, I don't know he's actually said it. I don't listen to anything like that. Cautiously pessimistic was wonderful. I enjoyed the shit out of that. And just him giggling like a schoolgirl in the background, trying not to be in the mic, was great. I'm sure he's a nice man. But unfortunately, they don't award the World Cup to nicest man. Or do they? I don't know. Otherwise, Joe Bryan would have won it every year, damn it. I think one of people's favourite things about this coming home thing is how much it rattles people. Have Southgate with Santos. Yeah, I must admit. Why is João Palhinha not playing more? I have to ask this. It feels to... I know that he didn't have the best game in the match against South Korea, but I feel like João Palhinha surely should be getting more game time in that Portugal side. It just seems odd, some of the selection choices I've seen out of him. And no, this isn't just me simping for João Palhinha, although I am emphatically doing that also. So Honved are winning. We've managed to hopefully get this win over the line as well to keep us in the fight. Who gets the England kid? I don't know. He likes Neves, but why? Like, I'm not saying Neves is a bad player. Obviously, he's a very good player. But I feel like on current form, surely Joao Paulinho is much better than him at the moment and has a much higher stock. 6 years hurt. Yeah, we'll take it. Liao, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's not through. Give it to Daishi. Should play. I think maybe he's trapped in a personality cult with Ronaldo, right? Because he cannot not play him in the same, and maybe that's to the detriment of the Portuguese team. I mean, how long do you think Ronaldo continues playing internationally as Abdul comes through and he makes it 2? Come on. Bobby's 21st goal of the season. Or is that offside? I can never see the flag properly. Yeah. I really... The way they were... Putting on Weverton, that is one of those things, from a public relations standpoint, that is either seen as, like, just a nice thing, or it's seen as massively arrogant and disrespectful. I chose to take it on the... Oh, that's a nice thing to do to make sure they all got there, you know? Hey, P-Walk. Okay, good win. That was a really important victory for us. Still get called up to the next World Cup if he's still playing. God, how old is Ronaldo now? What, 38? No. Maybe not 38. How old is Ronaldo? I actually forget. Either way, 37. So next World Cup he'd be 41. Now, that's not to say that he wouldn't still be in outrageous shape when he's 41, because of course he is. It's Ronaldo, right? But surely at that point, right? Ashek is in a massive relegation fight. Hell yes. Enjoy. Brazil dancing. Yeah, I know. That's another thing I noticed. The switch in tone between the commentators during the match and the halftime punditry. It was just Brazil enjoying it, having a nice time, doing that sort of samba style that people always talk about, right? And then it goes to halftime and they're just like, they should not be doing that. They are, it's disrespectful. It's like, do you know what for me would be disrespectful? To me, it's disrespectful to not celebrate after scoring a goal in a fucking World Cup. Because by not celebrating, you're basically saying, I'm better than you. We knew this was going to happen anyway. To me, that's what's disrespectful, not dancing and celebrating after scoring a goal, personally. But that's just my hot take there. Yeah, I mean, obviously Roy Keane's going to say that. It's Roy Keane. The man is literally programmed with over 600 phrases and all of them are negatives. Posh, yeah. Far more disrespectful to them than especially... Exactly! I think it's sick. I must admit, yeah, the time wasting thing, but they just added on. And they seem to be doing that, hopefully. I think, yeah, our pundits of this tournament have been particularly bad. Commentators have been decent, just the punditry. Yeah, indeed. They are, well, it's like I saw this TikTok yesterday. It's just like, you care so much, why are you all there then? Just boycott it then. It'll boycott if they don't go on. Yeah, but that's beautiful because it creates narrative then. If you dance and don't go on and win, then great. Then someone else gets the dance and then you get this huge, like, story about it. That's what I think I love about it. Football is about joy. Scoring a goal is a joyful event, and I don't like it when people pretend to try to take that away from people, you know? Always sees the positives. Ah, dear. Yeah, all the subs running onto the pitch thing is actually way more annoying. Yeah, let Brazil dance. Let Senegal dance if they were, you know, if they were actually, obviously they're out now. But like, I don't know. I think it's just cool. Football is a celebration. Scoring a goal is a joyous event. Yeah, I didn't see the Abubakar because I wasn't watching that game when Abubakar scored. But like, I loved everything about that. Him knowing that there's no way they're actually going to go through pretty much. Although they could have done if there was another goal for Serbia, I believe. When he like does the like handshake with the referee as well. Absolutely wonderful scene. The referee was just kind of like, oh god, I've got to do this. But I loved it. Yeah, manager, yeah, maybe. Everyone knew it was a great individual. It was. And those are the kind of moments that will be remembered from World Cups, right? When at the end of the World Cup and someone's won, right? And you're playing, the BBC or ITV or whatever are playing that montage with some shitty pop music usually. It's those types of events and moments that get put in those highlights, right? No one's showing you a highlight of someone scoring a goal and then going, not even Mbappe style, because Mbappe, that's, you know, it's like the anti celebration when Mbappe does it. It's moments that make football good, right? Memories. I think Brazil have really, they've gone up a notch. They look spectacular. Oh, it's a different mascara. Speaking of mascara, right? End of your second start of your second season, right? There's a guy called Mosquera who gets released, I believe, by Valencia. He's ridiculous, and he almost always is a free agent at the start of a second season. Little spoiler for the video, but just worth it. As is Jonathan Bamba. Captured for nostalgic. Yeah. Everything looks better in hindsight, really, doesn't it? Because they can sort of... Did Marcelo sign for Molfever? That's a good question. They were in for him, weren't they? I'll be better off just looking at... I think I did see a Fehevar in that list. Let me just check. Yep. Yep. Yes, they did. Molfever did sign Marcelo on £1,400 a week. That is an extraordinary piece of business. But also, can we just talk about the fact that Molfever are picking up players from Olympiacos? Essentially. Fascinating. That they're already doing it. Yeah, you missed next gen. It was won by Sheldrup. No regens on it. But Nowusu did get 47th. Hey, Rakieto. It's going good, my friend. How are you? FM Experience video. I've done a couple. We did one literally the other day. Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to do the I Simulate X Years videos because why do I need to do that video too? It already exists. What am I adding to the discourse with that? I like to think of content that I feel like is going to be slightly different and try to provide my own take on things, because you don't need to see me do a video where it's 1,000 years in the future or anything, because those videos already exist, made by fantastic creators. There's no need for me to do that same video. Yep, that's fine. We got those guys. But I have got stuff planned like that, but it's just going to be stuff that I think of. I keep writing down ideas all the time. Great strength and quick players. It's because most of them haven't watched any of them, because a lot of them don't play in the Premier League, quite simply. They're probably all playing in Spain or Germany or sometimes in the Middle East, actually. There's quite a lot of those too. Unattached Brazilian internationals. Yeah. It's a fascinating sign, I'd say. Well, do a failed F1 against... It's not that interesting. I make videos that interest me. That's literally how I do it. I go to myself, would I enjoy this video? Yes, come on, Ferenc Varos. It's weird saying that as MTK, but they have just done us a huge favour. They've won it. But how do you do it, by the way? Can we, like, get a little discourse here, Ferenc? I'd love to know how you did what you just did there. But, on the plus side, that would now allow us to go top, which would be great. Pickles69420. What a name. Thank you for the follow. For Matt's version of FM, look forward after an investment of a saving teams. I did think about trying to find a way where I could bankrupt everybody and see what happened. Look at that tactic. Good shout, actually. Hang on, Shadow Striker with False 9 and RPM. I'm loving an RPM BWM comparison. Not comparison. Whoa. So they also fucking Benjamin Stambouli. They picked up Stambouli. They also have a guy called Elder Civic, which is presumably what happens when you refuse to buy a new car. Same system as us. They kept... Now, look at this, though. Look, they surrendered possession and played on the break. 31% possession. We tried to keep the ball against them. I think that's our play against Honved next season. Don't press them as hard. Let them have the possession and let them just waste their time with it. But we'll see. Premier teams enter the FA Cup in the preliminary round. Take each other out. And I don't know if you can do that, Paul. Honestly. I don't know if you're able to actually set it up like that, to be fair. But weirdly, the reverse coefficient video suddenly started blowing up over the weekend. Just randomly. I think it was on, like, Sunday night. It just started growing out of nowhere. So weird.
Do you know if there's a train coming in?
Parties men, not how long you have the ball. Well, yeah. I was listening to them talk about this on something the other day, basically. But we will see. I think that's our strategy, though, to play against Honved when we next play them next year, is to just not trigger press, let them have the ball a little bit. A younger Civic, it does, yeah. It's the Type R. Showing please in progress. Oh, hello. Man's lost his extra star. What gives, bruv? Training well, though, so we'll actually praise him for that. Lovely. Love being able to do that from there. Sup! Thank you for the follow. FA Cup structure and the editing change on the seeding assigned to each competition. Yeah, that would be extremely complicated, unfortunately. Only shut up on my recommended on Sunday night. Yeah, it's interesting that you say that, because basically what happens... So this is the thing with the recommend... It's such a weird video. I've not had a video do this before. So it actually got a really low click-through rate. Sorry, it had a really decent click-through rate initially and was starting to blow up. And then it just died. And I was like, okay, you know what? It happens. That's fine video. It's still going to do okay. So I changed the thumbnail and title around a little bit because it's important to do that and mess with it. And then it was fine. I was like, okay, it's just another video in the books. We've made one. People enjoy it. It brings some new people to the channel. Cool. We move on to the next one. And then on Sunday night, I just started noticing it going like this. And the CTR number was just going up and up and up. It went up by like 40%. And it's been doing really well for the last day and a half. So strange. YouTube is weird, man. I'm not knocking it, though. It's absolutely not knocking it. It's been really, really fun lately. How are the 15-year-old regens getting on this season? As in the guys from last year or the new guys? Which guys? Oh, editor data could corrupt every year, right? Untick sort by seeding, use random teams. I don't know. Hadrian is the editor expert, the resident editor expert, so I would not know. Bear in mind, Hadrian did most of the work for me for this database setup as well. I did like some easy shit afterwards. Relevant as a recommended video for something that did... Well, maybe. I really don't know, but it's fascinating to see that happen. Like, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for supporting the slightly changed... I say slight change, the drastic change in style on YouTube this year, but it has been hugely beneficial. Thank you, Prince. Yes, good shout. Winner League, what are the odds? Well, we were considered 6th favourite, and bear in mind the team we're fighting with were 5th favourites, which is mental, honestly. Yeah, so we do that. But look how good... where is he? Where's Jarju? Look how good Jarju is now. He's 3.5 stars in this team as a DM as well. And I'll tell you what, with that 6 heading, I wonder if he's actually a really good BWM potentially. Channel goals. So basically, I set... I don't know if I mentioned this. I set myself some goals. This is my genuine goal long term for the YouTube channel. Now that I feel like it's actually slightly achievable. The plan was, which was actually kind of lofty at the time because I was just like, I hadn't seen that kind of growth. So it was, I wanted to see if I could get to 35k by Christmas. That at the moment, if things carry on as they are, looks like it'll be achieved. I want to try to get to 50k by the end of this game cycle. And I know that's a lot, but I feel like if I keep making the right content, it can be done. And I want to see if I can get to 100k by the end of the next game cycle. That's my plan. I actually have a plan, basically. Faces for new gens. No point in doing it yet. There's not enough of them in the database yet. Gary Easy. Thank you for the follow. These all the players on the current club start a new game and choose add players to playable leagues. And sim a season. Well, oh, that's interesting. So everyone's released, but then the teams get players added to them. So everyone else would still be a free agent. So it would basically double the size of the database. Cool, Gavin. Is it Gavin? Oh yeah, Gavin from Auto Glacier. That's the one. Hadrian, there it is. With the 9 months, he's done it. Man's gone and done it. What a guy.
Omi word, it's finally arrived. It's been a long labor today, but our Twitch baby has arrived. I think I will name him Kevin.
Oh, you can't do that. I'll think of Leluja every time I look at it. So this month, 1,350, Freddie, which is the best month I've had on YouTube since 2016. So if I ever needed any evidence to suggest that I was doing the right thing content-wise, that was it. The last time I had sub growth like that was when I was doing my Midtjylland save, right before I stopped doing YouTube in 2016. So it's it feels good because it feels like I've made the right choice. And I'm still going to be able to do little Let's Play stuffies, you know? Which is exciting. Like with the Red Zone stuff. And also even Premier League years to an extent. And I'm sure I'll come up with other ideas. Well, at this rate, yeah, Freddie, it certainly seems like it, yes. But I realise most people don't care about stuff like this. It's just sometimes it comes up in conversation. I feel like in a good place at the moment. For a long time, I'd convinced myself that I could never be successful on YouTube. Or even have any kind of real growth anymore. Right, let's do it. I'm hoping that maybe Honved just have someone else really big to play at some point. That's true. I could just think of United City, Kev. That's a very good point, yes. What a lovely jet. I hope he's streaming today. I would like to drop him a raid. We really need as many wins as physically possible at this point. We really do. Ruskin with the 19 months on the tier 2. You love to see it. It must be really early morning for you. How's it going, friend? We are still in the title race. Plus, Honved lost at home to Ferencváros. So if we win this, we go back to the top by a point. Hey, Jaru. It's going good, my friend. Having goals, I think, is important, yeah. But having goals that are achievable, I suppose. And also having a plan as to how to achieve those. At the moment, we're in Europa... Yeah, I think we are, actually. But hopefully... I don't know, I feel like we can win this league. I really do. The way we're set up at the moment... No more games against Honved as well. I think it's doable. Oh, go on, ball in. Okay, that was bizarre. Our best player... I don't know, actually. Might be someone like Diaz, or... Could be Radulich, honestly. Oh, Diaz! Speaking of Diaz... Oh! His first goal for the club. Legitimately his first ever goal for us. As we were just talking about. I've decided he is our best player. Juan Pablo Diaz. Oh, hype train. Well, is it a hype train? It is a hype train. You'll love to see it. Thank you very much, DJ for Midnight. The cup. I think if the cup had progressed, we'd see it because it would actually show us on the screen. It's a lovely finish as well. Just scoops it past the keeper. 4 minutes, 44 seconds, and we lead. Any good new gens? Yes. Actually, no, we don't have any new gens around here, but we do have some regens. Hunting Glory FM. Thank you very much for the prime. That's very kind of you. Welcome in. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. I really forgot what day it was. Yeah, we actually got a very, very good youth intake. We had 4 5-star potential players. As if that's a red card. What? Okay, this is going from good to not good. Right, centre backs. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we'll get some more Noj on, but we are going to be missing. I think what I might do now is turn off the trigger press because we're already winning. But this could be a problem. Man hit the bar from 30. Oh. Bougie hasn't got a top flight banger yet. Despite knowing full well their Nugents refuse to say it. It's more of a... It's a cultural thing. I am a man of culture. I think what it is, as with anything with me, it's more of a case of I know that it actually winds a couple of people up and therefore it's worth saying. You have fun in your own little ways, right? Tried a bunch of older internationals. You're probably not wrong, yeah. It certainly seems like it's a sensible idea. I just yelled at them for winning shit. Weather makes a difference. I don't believe so. I don't think FM's deep enough to have that kind of... oh, dear. That kind of level of depth. It's not deep enough to have that kind of level of depth. So this would send us a point clear, but we've got to just kind of hang on. I'm going to make some substitutions potentially, so just to keep freshening up the... Oh, shit, that's a really good pass from Dragic. We've got bodies in the box, though, so we should be fine defensively. It's just a question... Oh, my God. Whoa! That was playing it... That was cutting it fine. That was playing out of the back. Imagine if we scored from this now, from that entire move. Just keep passing it around and eventually score off this. It'd be the greatest goal of all time. Pereira. Oh, slip him in. Kapralik. Abduholikov. Surely not. He scored! That is unbelievable. Actually ridiculous. That whole passage of play. We passed that all the way from our own goal line. Jesus Christ. The little drop-off. Ball around the side from Kapralik first time. That was... Yeah, that was like Brazil last night type of football. 2-0 up to MTK now. Bobby scores again, but that was insane. I don't have any tips for advice. So basically, Jake, this is going to sound stupid, and you're going to, like, do this when you hear this, what I'm about to say, but this is, I promise you this is true. So, if you do not have, in your tactic, play for set pieces switched on, last year, this certainly applied last year, it doesn't matter how many goals from set pieces you score, they will claim that you have failed the objective because you are not trying to score set pieces, you're simply incidentally scoring them. I had this happen to me twice last year, where my team scored 16 goals from corners in one season, in like a 30-game season, and the board said I'd failed the objective, but the reason for it was because I didn't have play for set pieces switched on in the tactic. It is utterly done. Now, it might not be in the game this year, but I suspect that it probably is. I promise you. It's so stupid. They don't care that you're actually... Oh, I just noticed that. I've literally never seen that before. Probably in the game for years. Right. Let's... Yeah, they didn't care about the 16 corner goals. They only cared that we weren't specifically trying to score from corner goals. It's super dumb. Right. Okay. Stefan on the right. Wait, who? Oh, yeah, sorry. I might actually get Ndai on for a little bit here. Try to keep the freshness up front while we can. Actually, he's hampered by injury, so he's got to come off. We'll do a bit of that. Oh. We're winning trophies. I don't know for sure. Now, generally speaking, that sort of stuff is not considered to be so important as far as the objectives go. They're normally, like, preferred. So, as a result, you're not likely to take so much consequences. But with the new supporter confidence stuff, you just never know. Honestly, you just do not know with these things. As we now concede. Ah. Yeah, well, this they make the most of. That's the problem. Yeah, again, it's because change right back. I just did that, didn't I? Yeah, I did that. The language of FM is always extremely annoying because it doesn't match up to what it's actually saying. So it'll say things like make the most of set pieces, which in my mind linguistically means when you have a set piece, try to score it. But then I would also argue, when are you ever not trying to do that? I still think we might not win this. Because, unless we're going to play out from the back madly again. Nah. Or less. Go on, Bobby. Okay, nearly. That... He's dribbled all the way back into his own half. There's definitely a goal coming here for Magic Vejdi. The way that this build-up is looking, it has all the hallmarks of... We're just about to just get... Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, he's very tall, though. Oh, no. Defensive AI. Good. Good. Lovely. This is fine. I very much enjoy it when your players just stop. There's that defensive AI I've heard so much about. Like, he has like a 5-yard head start on the guy. Just... What exactly is supposed to happen? Like, what is he trying to do in that scenario? Yeah, I mean, they've allegedly patched it, but it does look again like we might well... That's going to be our chance to go top of the league, by the way. Because of that. In fact, it could end up costing us the title. No, that wasn't Moses. That was Noj, the guy we had to bring on at centre. Unless Enrique Pereira's got some magic up his sleeve. What on earth was that touch? This is where we need a miracle. Oh, here we go. The football. The fucking football we are playing at the moment is actual filth. Oh. Look at this. Little touchback from Pereira. He knows exactly where to go with this. Drops it inside, makes that little run. Diaz with the first time ball, straight across. Easy finish from Bobby Abduholikov. God, Bobby's good. That's a hat-trick for Bobby today, by the way. I think. Oh, no, it's just 2 goals, isn't it? But Diaz is just such a monster in this team. He has such a wonderful range of passing. That goal potentially could win us the title later down the line. Oh. A strength issue? I don't know. I mean, how strong was that guy? How's the mentoring going? Lol. We have a mentoring group. Oh. We're just going to wait. It's going to take time for that to actually happen. Obviously, we're not going to see any progress from that overnight, are we? But bloody hell. The fact that we scored twice after going down to 10 men, I think that was a soft red as well. Like, it looked like he just got the ball. Okay, Ariota's not out for a long time. Okay, that's fine. Another 2 goals for Bobby. I think Bobby might be in with a chance of top scorer now. 21 goals. YouTube series is just about mentoring. I am tempted to actually try and make a video about mentoring now. It's what happens. I get the bit between my teeth and I just get curious about how it could... What the min-maxing... The best way to go about things. Let's just have a little look at Vereb here. Because he's not really playing at the moment. Obviously, Nowusu is playing. That's Vereb improved yet. Bear in mind, it's literally been less than a month. So we're not going to see any progress on a guy who's been here less than a month. It's going to take a little while. We'll get Chato in a mentoring group. Now we're talking. Oh, I haven't got my reward queue up. That's incredibly unprofessional of me. Wind Miller. Hulk Yoga. Let's do it. Gabriel. Not Gaburley. Got them in the head. Mizahui. Oh, yeah. Ajax under 18. Nice. Here he is. There's not much I can really show you other than that he is still at Ajax. Yeah, exactly. We'll get the... Wait, was it a 6th now? Fascinating. Considering he's the one that should be getting less from this group. But, you know, anything we can do to make him better. That's a good point, yeah. Since they seem to imply that we only play 1 season. No, I think Nowusu started as a 5. I'm fairly certain he was a 5 to begin with. Nice, but oh, I'm sure he does. He's way beyond our price range at this point, though. Post-game update. Oh, hello. Server is not reachable. I feel like I have seen that once before, but I cannot for the life of me remember where I saw it. Let me just check Nowusu. I'm fairly certain that he had... Yeah, I'm fairly certain he was... let's see, determination... Oh, it was 4. No, you're right, it was 4. We are seeing a little upward tick on that one. Now, that could be, like, incidental to what we're doing, but still. We absolutely will take that. Oh, good, it's Molfehavar with Marcelo in their backline. Development form chart. Can you? I thought you used to be able to, but I don't think you can anymore, right? I swear you used to be able to see the decimals, but I don't think you can. Oh, there's not enough information on him. Yeah, because he's only been here literally less than a month, I actually can't even click on anything because we haven't even got... He's been at the club literally less than a month. So any expectation on what he's going to get at this point is just like... It's almost silly of us to expect too much from him just yet. But that's fine. He'll come in time. He does have arrows now. That's a good point, actually. Yes. Yeah. Oh, that could be because of playing, though. Yeah, I do find it odd that they removed the decimal increases. 11 was his starting, yes. It's his personality that we're more concerned about. Although I would suspect that just in order to get him a better personality, his determination will need to improve anyway. So our last 5 games, we've got... Oh, my days. Molfehavar and Uzpest at home, which are both must-win games, but then we go away to Puskás and Ferencváros. Finish off at home against Kisvárda. I think it's these 2 games where we either win or lose it. I suspect. Now, obviously, Honved could have some good games as well, but... And then we're 6 clear of Puskás, but I don't think we win this. Golden 6 regions, not yet. No, because they're all still in the B team, or the under-19 squad at the moment. To be fair, Verub's only got 1 game so far. I might even be tempted to go, here we go again. He's not developing. Ah, yes, because he would have definitely developed not playing at Liverpool. Yeah, the finances graph is not great, but then that's just... That's just what would that would have happened regardless. Bear in mind, look, I'm still spending 12,000 a week less than our wage budget is. And I barely spent any of our transfer budget, and that's still the financial situation. So we're not being derelict of our duties. It's just there's just no money at the moment. Ah, Yapej gets a full contract now. So he actually has okay determination. How's he developed over the last year? I'm curious. Wow, his technicals have got worse. How does that work? That's concerning. That young players' technicals would have got worse for seemingly no reason. This is why I really do feel like I need to find a proper training setup, because I think that's definitely a factor. Yeah, you're right. I'm actually not fussed if we don't win the title this year. I'm more concerned about not getting Europe. I think we have to finish 3rd, at least. Everything else... So who are they playing? Budapest... yeah, although they've won this title. Look at the state of this. Let me move to the left here. Honved are playing no one higher than 6th. They're going to win the league. Ferencváros have got... We're the hardest game they've got, and they've got no one higher than 6th beyond that. Puskás, it's the same. Oh, they've got Molfehavar. But look, we've got 5th, 9th, 4th, 2nd, 8th. We have the hardest run-in by a considerable margin. Doesn't improve tackling. Oh, nothing improves tackling. Other than, I guess, doing it. So, Champions League, Europa League, depending on the cup winner. Conference League, depending on the cup winner. And I don't think the cup's progressed any further yet. No, it's Ferencváros to Debrecen in the final. Who put 5 past Budapest Honved. How do you do it? Mad. So, that cup final is... Yeah, it's not till the 8th of May. I think there's no way I don't mind not winning the title. My, we just need to be in Europe. Intensive language course. Good. We just need to be in Europe next year. That's really what we have to do. Because financially... The problem is, if we don't get Europe, well, our finances for the summer are going to be trash. And not only that, they could end up starting to sell people. Oh, no, we need Ferencváros to win the cup. I say need. I feel like we're still probably capable of getting top 3. But, in fact, this is a good chance for us to see how this is going to go. So, 2 more games here for Ferencváros and Puskás. Both of which won. These are the kind of results that we need to not have happen, basically. They're just getting the results now. And look at this. 18 points between 4th and 5th. 18. We've already got a big 4. Plays the centre back with a... What? Where the fuck else do you think you're playing? Oh, because you think you're a regular starter. But have you considered being better then? Okay, so that's the... Good lord. That's our Jesus, that's so good, isn't it? I do love how Verub's at the bottom for some reason. I just love seeing that this exists. And we still got all these top talents too, and even a good talent in Sudorovsky. Like, what an insane youth intake that was. Easily one of the best I've had. And then the rest of them will go, but we've just stacked out our youth team. But yeah, ideally if Ferencváros win the cup, I think they should do. Like, they beat Honved 5-0. I feel like it would be weird if they didn't beat Debrecen in the cup final, but then you know how these things go. I'd happily set up a Conference League. Although the problem with Conference League is that I feel like there's a really good chance that we don't make it to the group stages and we're not going to be able to recoup our money. One of the things that would be really beneficial for us winning the title is that we'd get to play Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, potentially. It gives us a way better chance of getting into the Conference League. That's why it would be beneficial for us to win the title. Beyond obviously just winning the title would be amazing. Particularly to do it in our first ever season in the top flight. It reminds me of the Tromsø days where we did somehow the exact same thing and were able to win the title at the first attempt. Right, Kata's in there. Owen Beck is not starting this match. Why on earth would I start Owen Beck over Amadou Ndiaye? Is that just because of Jurgen Klopp? I want to see, actually. Is comfortable playing in this position? I'm sure your Nan might be comfortable playing in this position. It doesn't make her qualified. That's bizarre. Right, Radulich is in the correct spot. I'll give Kata a little run. He did do well for us there last year, honestly. Black and white era football. Yeah, I read a whole book about the history of Hungarian football last month. B. Carey, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. Right. That's good. How growing is Moses Jarju? Very, very good. His progress has been... I don't know what about his actual attribute progress, but we can see. Concentration's up too. And he's got some nice mental growth. Determination's weirdly gone down. Stamina's up a little bit. No technical growth. Why is technical growth being a bit... I'm noticing a lot of lack of technical growth on players so far, which is a little bit concerning. Let's see. Okay, there's still stuff there. They definitely patched the technical problem from before, though, didn't they? Yeah, it was the Jonathan Wilson one, yeah. It was the Names Heard Long Ago, I believe it was called. Logos and face packs for the Hungarian divisions. It's just part of the main face packs that I use. So TCM for the logos and DF11 for the face packs. It's not specific to the Hungarian league. It's just a big face pack that has everything. Low tech coaching, I guess, but... It was a huge problem in the beta, yeah. Which is odd. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Oh, look at Bobby. He's up to 5.5 stars now. 23 and 26 is much more like it. Kapralic with the 7 assists as well. The fact that Diaz has actually got 5 assists from that deep is really encouraging. He just suits that role down to a T. He's been fantastic. Would highly... Oh, yeah, I was going to show you his attributes, wasn't I? So this is Diaz, the guy I was on about. Off contrast to everyone in the intakes, regardless of my rating, facilities and coaches are always way better than the other teams. That's a good point, actually. I think that's what we sort of... That's what we should have been doing, potentially, with Treaty, but weren't. Hope that doesn't re-roll that bug. I fucking hope not. I think if it had, people would be noticing by now, presumably. But yeah, Diaz has been sensational. Would highly recommend him as a pickup at the start of a second season. I feel like we would have heard about it since the update, though it has only been a week. In fact, less than a week. It was Thursday, wasn't it, the updates? Hey, as long as they improve, I'm fine with it. As long as we don't notice any glaring issues. Besides, we've only really got a year and a half, just over a year and a half to actually base that information on as well. Oh, hang on, wait. Oh, he's got... Thighs, could you give us, like, some opinions occasionally, buddy? I thought his name was Claudio Bunda. Claudio Bumba is even better. Love it. Decent for the relevant... Yeah, I mean... Well, particularly the sort of play... Bear in mind, the players we're churning out at the moment, that's 2 stars in our team, which is a title-challenging side. And, like... It just feels like we're getting better players than we ever did when we were in Ireland, which is weird, because as far as I'm aware, Hungary has a lower youth rating than Ireland, doesn't it? But there you go. Rob Mack with the 20 months. Of course I did Scotland.
20 months, but did you do Scotland?
You're damn right I did. There was a big old intro and everything. Right, with that in mind, I guess Scottish puns. Back in a second. I just saw Iron Bruno Fernandez, and I just don't know what to make of that. Iron Bruno Fernandez. Robert the Steve Bruce. Glenfiddich Johnson. Good look. Glenfiddich Johnson actually sounds like the type of name that you might see in like an American college football game. Right, we move. Michael, damn it, I've just loaded into a game, Mike, and I saw you load in FM22. What are you up to? Also, how's it going? It's Sweet Left Tootsies in the house, chat. We have just had a series of youth intakes, so there's a chance he could have come through. Does he gen at Arsenal, or does he gen like somewhere random? This is where he comes through and he's like 6'9". In every save. Has anyone actually got Mike Holdford yet? Mike, have you got you? In one of your own saves? I must know. Oh, sick. Glenfiddich Johnson the 4th. Yeah, true. Have you seen that Key and Peele sketch about that exact thing? It's fucking hilarious. Okay, so Bumba down the left-hand side here. Oh, God. Oh, God, we got away with that one. Are you a fan of mentoring like Matt is? I'm the biggest fan. I have a mentoring shirt underneath my jumper. I just keep it hidden because I don't want to be too flash about it, you know? Fort William. Fort William is very good. Lionel Messi. Sensational. I feel like Radulich hasn't scored a goal from a corner for us for ages, which is a little concerning. Ooh, okay, here we go. Let Diaz work his magic in the middle. I feel like we're building up to an outrageous team goal now. The passing's winding up. Go on, get that. Here we go. One touch stuff, lads. Nicely done. Oh, Bobby's through. Can he finish it? You know he fucking can. Some of the football we are playing today on stream especially is actually ridiculous. These lovely 10 to 15 pass combination goals. Just filth. Little one-touch passing. Waiting for the moment. Look at that ball from Pereira. The finish from Bobby again. 22 goals this season. He might well be top scorer at the end of this. Which is bizarre because he was so far behind. Hello, Poggers. How's it going, Fredo? Am I getting another hug? Oh, look at this. Hugs on demand. I should get a channel point reward for this, but only when you're here.
Turn it off.
Damn right. Help. I'm being assaulted with love. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Just do want to make brownies later. Oh, you can do that. What about pasta later? Yeah? Oh, dear. So, in theory, yes, Schubert, it has. However, we did concede a goal from exactly one of those issues in the last game. So, special brownies, I fucking wish. We are winning, right? Yes. Just checking. Whiskey Sung Young. Fitzwilliam Carvalho. Love it. Bit of museum-related punch. You'd love to see it. A friend of mine used to work at the Fitzwilliam Museum. As it's put over the line by Enrique Pereira. I think this might be offside. I think this might well be offside. Against someone, anyway. Nope, it's awarded. It's 2-0. 2-0 to MTK. We're making it happen. Enrique Pereira, 7th goal, and another assist from Diaz. What a guy. How did he get the assist? Did it hit it? Oh, they're there. His shot is deflected off of Abduholikov towards him. Deep-fried Marcelo bar. Speaking of Marcelo, he's been awfully quiet in this game, hasn't he? Is he even on the pitch? No. They have Marcelo, and they're not playing him. That takes some stuff. Also, we've scored our only 2 shots on target. Look at us. Look at us go. It does the trick. Plus, this would also get us 6 clear of Budapest Honved, who were they were losing to Debrecen. If they could just not win there, that would be ace. Time for the switcheroo. God, we've got so much depth in the midfield. It's actually filth. Lovely. He's scared of Abduholikov. I don't blame him. Abduholikov has been such a good signing. It's just like, I wondered why they had Pass. Like, they've got some good players. I love it. I can't wait till it feels like Hungary is actually going to be able to sign good players because they're already doing it. The fact that Stambouli is playing for Ferencvaros and Marcelo is playing for Molfehova as Ndai's into the box, he's going to shoot, isn't he? Oh my goodness me. Second place is looking decent, and the goal difference is the problem, really. We're never going to overtake Ferencvaros on goal difference. We're going to have to beat them on everything else. But at the very least, we have now Budapest Honved are winning. We at least have a better goal difference than Honved and especially Puskás. We're doing our part. All we can do is win our matches. We've managed to, hopefully, fingers crossed, win both of the easier games before the final little run-in. It's just a question of whether we can get those big results against Ferencváros and Puskás. Good win again, though. Really, really good. But no, the transfer strategies I'm seeing out the other Hungarian sides already is so encouraging. I'm not getting frustrated at this game and save the way we were in Ireland because of all the silliness. It feels like there's actually progress here and we can make it quick. And bearing in mind as well, we've also probably got like a 7 or 8 year head start on the Treaty United save on account of the fact that Hungary are going to be 22nd next season. In our second season in Ireland, we slipped down to 42nd. That's a huge amount of ground that we don't have to make up. I think if we've ever got a chance of making this happen, we can do it this year. When I say year, I mean like cycle of games. Lukic scores another couple of goals. Still plenty of years for other teams to annoy you still. Yeah, I know, but I feel like they're going to annoy me by being good. Genuinely. The fact that Ferencváros damn near got to a semi-final of the Europa Conference League the first season of the save gives me so much confidence that they're going to win stuff in this save. Oh, so close. We've got Michael Holiday, which just sounds like an English person saying holiday. But, Mike, unfortunately, unless this is you, you're still not quite there yet, bud. The strength of the clubs around us, yeah. Legitimately. 40-20 is easier than 20-1. Yeah, but we don't have to do 40-20. That's the thing. There are years that we spent not having to do 14-20. So obviously 20-1 is much harder, but we get to skip the easy bit, so it's still skipping time, right? Going from 40-20 still takes years in the save. And that's years that we're not going to have to spend. And not only that, but we've got people like, see, there's still 169 already in the save. I wonder if we can see any, like, of the guys from previous saves in here. I assume we will. 2 Allsops. We'll have, like, a couple of Blackburns. I want to see if there's any of our former guys. I'm not seeing a lot of them yet, anyway. Like, with Ferencváros being so damn good, with Puskás Academy, they were regularly qualifying in the last save. There was Millie in there. God, there's the fact that there's already 170 of these in the database before we've even got by the end of the second season. There's Wally Yonk, he's always there. Juanma. Andrew Kuwale. Wow, that's a cool name. He's Irish? Was Tom Howcroft in there? Oh, yeah. Oh, not at Guiseley either. I'll be down. Favorite player so far in this new FM? Do you mean like real player? Because if you do, then I haven't got a clue. In terms of like big wonder kids and stuff, I just do not know because I don't care about them. But like the favorite player I've had so far in this save, probably Bobby Abduholikov. Abduholikov's been fantastic in front of goal. But also Juan Pablo Diaz has been excellent too. Really like Juan Pablo Diaz. Let's see. Any more? Oh, there's Millie. Yeah, Endrick indeed. I just don't care about Endrick. Like, I almost actively want to never sign him on a save, just because I'm a contrarian. Never heard of it. Oh no, we have heard of him. It's him, right? I think the Newcastle guy. He definitely seems like the one everyone's banging on about. I don't know what they're actually so worried about. Big Jeff Endrick. He's your man. Ah, dear. That's not the Endrick. No, hang on. No, it definitely says it. Hang on, let me just make sure. Yeah, no, that's him. It's weird. I don't know why everyone's so obsessed with him, to be honest. Like, he's 32. He's hardly a wonder kid. That's going to be a long-running joke this year. I'm looking forward to it. Hello, Pog. Look at this. More of this. You're right.
Yeah.
Something happened. Am I dying? Do you know something I don't?
No.
Are you leaving?
You go downstairs, yes.
Fair enough. That's Adam Miles. Remember him from the last save too. He was a proper weapon. What comes? Oh, Kim Min. What a guy. Kim and Kang. Bye, Pog. Now I've got to scroll back down and get another Garber. Is this all out of order again? Oh, no, it's not. It's just, yeah. She's only 32. Real Madrid play by the end of this year. So yeah, I suppose. You know how much I despise signing just like traditional sort of wonder kiddie type players. I just don't find it makes my saves very interesting. I like to... Like, I'll sign them if they come to me through like more organic means, I suppose. Kim and Cat, yeah, they do a bit. Cat won't kiss it. Chat. You can have all my kisses. How about that? Remember Kerrison? Vaguely. Again, like, I play so little attention to FM Wonder Kids. For someone that plays FM as much as I do, I just have so... I reckon, this is actually a thing, I reckon. On a scale of caring about FM Wonder Kids, right? You've got... person who's just got the game, doesn't know about them, doesn't care about them. Person who's got, like, 10 to 20 hours of FM, starts learning about stuff. Suddenly, the bell curve right up in the middle there. Suddenly, that's all that matters is the Wonder Kids that are from those lists. Then, the more you play the game, I feel like after that, the less you care about it. If this was a VOD, I could just draw a line on the screen right now. But I feel like that's how it goes. I feel like the more you play, the less you care. It's kind of like a seen it all before type of situation, I guess. I like finding regen Wonder Kids and having them be random. The Wonder Kid is Endrick and he's Brazilian and 15. Hang on a minute. Let me try that again. Oh, hang on. Wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. I'll see if I can find him again. Let me try again. Endrick. Oh, yeah. I still don't know what you mean. I'm certain he's 32. Which, again, still feels too old to be a Wonder Kid for me. Fiero. Jovic was considered one at one point as well. Well, good, Tizzy. How are you, my friend? Actually, Ardagula. She doesn't even show it when you search it. Yes, good shout. Or, even better... Wait, that's just Jeff Hendrick again. I Hendricked myself. Not the Newcastle player who's Irish. Never heard of him. Don't know who you're talking about then. Endrick rolled. Yes, love it. Should I just call him Jeff Hendrick? Actually, I've got a better idea. Sorted. Now we've got Hendrick and Jeff Hendrick. Oh, perfect. Fixed it. Sorted. We can nickname Ardagula later. Because you just know it's going to be a thing. And it's perfect. I just love trolling people that care about that sort of stuff. It's a cheeky little switcheroo. No one will notice. Such a good... Oh, Kit Basher is amazing. It's so good. Noman did such a good job with it. Jeff would be a good name. But yeah, but it's better because Jeff Hendrick will show up while I'm looking for Hendrick and they'll be like, what? A sassy Matimo. Yeah, you can use the Pochamps one. Jeffy, yeah, Jeffini already exists, remember? Little Jeff. My name's Endrick. Oh, dear. Retired in 2025, no longer in the game. But 74 caps for Ireland. And I can say that with a straight... When she looks at you and says those three fatal words, hold team meeting. Gonna be a no from me, dog. How enough is Jeff Hendrick still playing? No. The best part is when he's going to be like up front for Real Madrid. We'll just randomly encounter Real Madrid in like a Champions League game in like the 16th season of The Save. Someone that's new to the streams in chat will just be like, what the fuck? Oh, he's always been about the occult. Why do you think he's got two names? One of them is his cult name. Oh. So yeah, I'm obviously not going to do the meeting because I never do those ones, especially. Jeff Hendrick wins the Ballon d'Or. No! Oh, thank God it's only a bruised ankle. Could have been worse. Could have been a torn gluteus maximus. With the Jeff Hendrick hat trick. Oh, what should we? What would be a fun nickname or renaming of Ardagula as well? Since he's the other one that I feel like we've got a lot. Just he'll have just Jeff on the back of his shirt. But with like, no. It'll be Jeff.H. Ardatura. Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller. Oh, good God. I kind of want to do Ferris Bueller now. Oh, like it. Just. Oh. Ferris Bueller, I think, just won me over. I feel like eventually his name is going to end up becoming Ferris Wheeler or something. Yeah, he's going to have a day off if he ever signs for us. Yeah, I watched the Brazil game yesterday. Insane. Such good football. Oh, did he actually keep his place, or did I just not do the team selection yet? Okay, right. Just drop him back in. Eventually, the assistant will learn. Bobby, Diop, Carvajal's back in. I love this. It's weird that Kapralik and Arietta haven't formed a partnership yet, actually. That seems to be taking longer to develop, right? Tell them to have a day off. In fairness, it actually hasn't happened since that first stream when it happened. Just call every single player that constantly gets like annoying lookups. We'll just call them all Jeff Hendrick. Toby Harvery. Oh. Hang on, I think he is actually called Toby Harvery in the game still, isn't he? No, he's not. Huh. Must have been the Dundee United save. One sec. Oh, that must have been... I must have done it in the Dundee United save and not this one. We do still have Booty Man, but he's just picked up an injury and he's not really good enough for our first team squad these days. Xavi Simons? No shit. That's awful. Yeah, I must admit, I've signed him several times in saves, and he's never really hit the ground running. I think I had him at Tromsø for a bit. But, yeah, he's very good, isn't he? Pulisic. Oh, I haven't seen him this calendar, like this game cycle. Vegan Booty. He doesn't eat ass. Pulisic. What was it? Hazelroy Galvin poster. There we go. Sorted. Where that came from, no, we genuinely never worked it out, Christian. We actually, no one could ever provide me with why we'd nicknamed him Toby Carvery. Because it was like 7 seasons later that we came across it, and I haven't got the heart to go back through the VODs and try and figure out what happened. The only way we'd ever figure out is if someone had started randomly watching the Treaty United vlogs and somehow was in the early days and might have a like more recent memory of why we called him that. But I don't know. All I know is we were for quite the shock when it came from on the next gen list. Joe Bellingham, he was on like, I think he was 12th on the next gen list, I think. Champions in the second season will be mad, yes. Especially, we've actually done this before. In our Tromsø one, we actually did win the title in the second season in that save too. This year's McMahon, I don't know. I'm hoping it's a big towering centre-back again. Xavi Simons and Xavier Simons. Well, to be fair, their names are very similar. One of them just has ER on the end of it, which just makes him a better doctor, I presume. Have some homework. So Bay actually looked and apparently... Did you ever find where we actually... Oh, Mr. Lookup. Shit. Did I? Oh, I did. My apologies. I'll get back to that. In fact, there's a couple I missed there. My sorries, chat. You have my humblest sorries. I will get to those after this game if you remind me. He's more just Xavi. You wait till the Xaviest comes out. True. Very important. Danny Matt Games. Thank you for the 6 months.
Currently watching Sunday's VOD, so future me will enjoy this sub naughty soon.
There you go. Chat, can I get a hi future Danny? Couldn't explain the treat save because it already existed. I don't know. I'm certain we nicknamed him that for a reason. It has to do with Toby. Toby Carvery. That much we do know, because that's just the only way that pun would have ever occurred to me. But I still can't work out why specifically then. Go back, future Danny. I just finished a book earlier about time travel, a novel. Obviously, it's not a fucking how-to guide. Really, really good. Would highly recommend it. It's called Sea of Tranquility. It's quite a short book. It's only like 200 pages, set over like 5 centuries. But it's really, really interesting book. Really well written. Interesting storytelling style. We've got, I think, 4 games left of the league season. We are currently top, but it's really on a knife edge at the moment. Because there's still 4 teams in the title race, and I just don't think we're going to be quite strong enough. Particularly not if we were to lose today, for example. Right, here we go. Yes, Simon. Look at the space out and to the right, and he's gone to the left instead. And somehow found an absolute banger. Pereira's in. He's going to miss this, isn't he? Oh, God. Oh, you read it, Wild Hunt? Yeah, really, really good book. Would definitely recommend. Concerners as soon as... No, it's fine. We can sort it later. Yeah, Sega have... they were sort of mid-table last season, but unfortunately they have been... Oh, dear. What a... Oh! No, I haven't read Station 11 book, but I have heard that she wrote that too. Haven't chosen my next book yet. I'm probably going to read this one called the... Oh, what's it called? It's like a heist movie type book. I think that's the one next one on my list. It's called Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. I have heard it's good because it looked like it was... It rung a bell as well. Well, we've been really bad today. So I might pick that up as well. Or at least add it to my Amazon reading list. Wait till it's £1 and then grab that. As in the Portrait of a Thief one, reader. Because that... Yeah, that's next on my list. That'll be number 51 for the year. I want to hit 52. Really good. Interesting. Okay, awesome. I also read another book earlier this week called The Rabbit Factor by Antti Tuominen. He's a Finnish writer. It's being made into an Amazon Prime series starring Steve Carell. I found out afterwards. So that's kind of cool. It's a reasonably solid book. Kind of odd story, but yeah. Here we go. Yes, what a pass for Pereira. And he's offside. Ah, shit. We really need this win. What was he? I've never actually... 52 books in my life. I've set myself a challenge, basically. Not a heist type book, a heist movie type book. Really? Okay, I'm more intrigued than ever now. I actually have Kevin Keegan's autobiography. I need to read that too. I just randomly started reading a lot. I say randomly, it's been going on for a little while now, but this year I've been really on it, like trying to read every single day. I think I'm up to 310 straight days. Trailers on the BBC, no, I haven't watched anything on television, like actually on television for probably about 5 years. That's annoying that we missed that. Other than football, obviously I watch football on the television, but other than that, I just don't really watch television stuff. I'll just watch it later at some point. Because Pog and I are watching Shameless at the moment. Bloody loving that. I think we might need to put panache. Bobby has a habit of going missing. Sometimes he just pops up with something, but I feel like today we just might need that little extra bit of excellentness in the form of panache. Oh, I don't want to bring them. Maybe Ungom? Where's Radulich? Yeah, we need that header ability. Shameless US, yes. I thought the British Shameless was fine too, but I'm really enjoying the US one. I really like it. We just started season 4 yesterday. Oh, come on. Pushcastle winning. I don't want to... We can't really go Superstore. I watched Superstore up until the pandemic started. And then I kind of got a bit sick of it because they were one of the few TV shows that just went full on into that sort of stuff and just made it all part of the show. And I just kind of got a bit bored of that. So, yeah, I kind of gave up with it at that point. But I think up to that point, it was pretty solid. The goal from Superstore is in Shameless, actually. Umbop. Oh, I thought we said Umbop. We actually signed a guy called Umbop on one of our saves. We just referred to him as Hansen. That was annoying that we didn't win that because that could cost us a title. And gone through the middle. What, as a striker? He has done well when he's played... Oh, they've got the game in hand now, don't they? He's done well when he's played... No, I haven't tried him as a striker, I don't think. We've got 2 good as strikers at the moment with Bobby Abduholikov, but he has got a decent amount of goals from behind the striker. Actually get into... particularly modern ones. I'm trying to think of the last comedy series that's more recent that I've really liked. Ted Lasso, I suppose, is a comedy series. I actually enjoyed that. Oh, Schitt's Creek. That's kind of more recent. I enjoyed that. Right. French Forest played Magic as Vejdi. Okay, come on. Somebody do us a favour here. There he goes. I have not. No. Oh, no. I've heard that the... when I first saw the Blockbuster thing, I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. And then I heard and watched... I just thought, oh, my God. But then that's Netflix, you know. There was a show that came out last week, I think, called 1899. I was really quite excited. Yeah, I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That was right. The last season was dog shit, if I remember. But everything before that was decent. Or certainly was... It definitely had its moments of being really, really excellent. Schitt's Creek is fantastic. You David. But, what was I saying? Yeah, 1899. It looks to me like... Haven't watched Wednesday yet. Just not my type of thing. I tend to just despise most things Netflix make these days. Honestly, every time I think, oh, that might be quite good, and I'll watch a bit of it and go, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, there was this show called 1899. It looked like one of these cool mystery types of shows, and then we watched 2 episodes of it, and my God, it was the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly. It looked like, basically, it feels like with a lot of these Netflix shows now, they could be like a movie, but they stretch it to 8 episodes of an hour long and just fill it with garbage, mostly. It's Dark but on a boat. But apparently, I mean, I know it's from the creators of Dark, but from what I'm told about this one, Dark was independently produced and then bought by Netflix. The rights to it. This one was produced by Netflix, which is no, I've heard Dark is really good, but that's the distinction between the two. When I looked at some of the reviews afterwards, what people were saying is basically it was almost the opposite of that. Yeah, they've dropped points, but the problem is Ferenc Varos now above it. Wednesday, it's just not my thing, really. TSRT, thank you for the 8 months, my friend. I hope you're well. Brooklyn and I tried to copy it, forgot to hire the comedy writers in it. It's like there was a show, it was starring Steve Carell. It was made by the same people that did a lot of The Office and Parks and Rec. It was like about Space Force. I couldn't get through that either. It looked like someone had described all those types of shows down the phone to someone and couldn't really get beyond that. Yeah, Jarge's determination, I don't know why it's gone down. I think it might just be sometimes if you have a player who's got really high determination and the rest of the squad is way too low, it can sometimes drop down through like just being around them. It was horrific, yeah. That's why I work on Wednesdays. There was that policewoman with Rashida Jones. Oh, Angie Tribeca. At least Angie Tribeca had a kind of different vibe to it, like a different style. One good show, actually, that I have watched recently is The Bear. I know it's on Disney Plus now, because it came out a little while ago, but would highly recommend The Bear, particularly as it's only got 8 episodes. And it's got the guy from Shameless in it, too. It's fantastic. The Bear is so good. Particularly that episode that's like one take. Well, not one take, but one shot. I haven't watched those, I don't know. Is that the one with Jason Bateman in it? Most of the time, I rarely ever watch new stuff at all. Most of the time, Pog and I are watching older shows that we've already seen. Like, I'm watching Scorpion. But my personal show at the moment is Scorpion, for crying out loud. He's literally being dragged down by the lack of determination. Although he is showing some pieces of progress here. You never know. Hang on. Azara Ashrik, thank you for the follow. Whole team again. Stop team meetings, thighs. Jesus. Exposure to the first team foot. Well, I suppose he's only 20, innit? What's Cocaine Bear? Ah, everyone likes what they... Oh no, Scorpion. The thing I like about Scorpion is that it's so ridiculous in places, but it's also just kind of wholesome, and it's a nice fun show to watch when you just like need something to watch. Chuck. I still like Chuck, honestly. Season 4 of Chuck is probably still one of my favorite seasons of a show ever. I really still enjoy it a lot. It's one of those shows that I just not grew up with, but there was around that same era where there were so many shows exactly like that. Do I watch reality TV? Hell the fuck no. Leverage, absolutely loved it. In fact, I would put Leverage up there in my top 10. Leverage Redemption, haven't watched it yet. Seems to be missing stuff, like characters from the show. Haven't seen... No, I've never heard of Cocaine Bear, honestly. Leverage was so good. What is it? Oh, it's a new movie. What? Oh, I never said Pog was Paige. Leverage. So think if you've ever seen the show Hustle, it's not Hustle, but it's basically it's a similar kind of vibe to Hustle, but it's more Americanized version. I don't think it's actually it's not like inspired by Hustle or anything like that. It's about a former insurance guy who this is not a spoiler because it's the very first thing that happens in the show. It's about an insurance guy whose son passed away and his insurance company refused to pay for his treatment, basically. So he then has this huge like hate boner for that and turns into a black hat, basically, and recruits a group of thieves and hackers and stuff to become like the Robin Hood. So they steal from the rich, give to the poor type of thing, to help people out of weird situations. It's basically about this group of people, basically, with like a thief, a hacker, like an actress that's like really good at like conning people, that basically put people around the size and steal their money to give it to people that deserve it more, kind of thing. It's a really, really fun show. I had Daniel Blake. No, never heard of it, actually. The worst show that I watched... Oh, Psych is brilliant. You can't... Did you hear what happened to Pluto? Psych is amazing. I love Psych. There's a whole podcast about it with Maggie Lawson and Timothy Ormondson. Mr. Progger with
You have been my
months.
favorite teddy bear for 27 months. Glitch cat.
Yes. I'm always someone's teddy bear. Ever watched Mr. Robot? Yes, I have. I've seen like the first 3 seasons of it, I think. My dad loves it. iRobot. That was a good film, actually. Another TV show that I would highly recommend if you're This is a very specific one. It's a show called *Halt and Catch Fire*. I believe it's on Amazon Prime, maybe, but it's This is my name's Sean. This is my associate MC. Clap your hands. I love the names that he gives Gus. What was the show you were describing? That was Leverage. *Halt and Catch Fire* is fantastic. It's about like the dawn of the computer age, if you like. Actually, not the dawn of the computer age. It's set in like the 1980s, like the dawn of the consumer computer age, I suppose. Really, really good. It's much better. It starts off a bit slow, but it's fucking outrageous. Is there a cocaine fact in my... I have to look up Cocaine Bear later. I watched the first season and a half of Man in the High Castle. It's one of those shows I've tried to watch several times and just got a bit bored of. I just like that kind of stuff, you know. Don't think it's on Prime anymore. I actually have a DVD box set of it somewhere that I bought my dad. I say I have. He has. Still never watched it. It's a rapid thing. Live reaction to you. I'll have to send you it. Oh. Yeah, *Halt and Catch Fire's theme tune is great. Yeah. I judge a lot of TV shows based on how good the theme tune is as well. I feel like you need a good vibing theme tune that you can really get into. Always helps. Black Sails, for example. Show's average, solid, but not amazing. I don't mind it. But theme tune, 10 out of 10. Even the like art style for the theme tune intro is absolutely outrageous. It's top quality. The second Psych movie. Yeah, the fact that Timothy had that show. There's a third Psych movie, isn't there? And I think they're making a fourth one. They're like making one every year now. I bloody love it. Hey, if people... I love those kind of shows. Stranger Things is a very solid theme tune too. Just like... Those kind of shows just are so good for like... They're like comfort food for me. They really are. Just be able to watch something like that where it's not like... Where you're not expected to spend the entire show thinking and deconstructing society, and... Sometimes it's nice to just have like bad guy of the week type of TV. I find that sort of thing quite comforting. Because you know how it ends, if you've seen it before, obviously. It'd be weird if you did and you hadn't. Oh my god, that was close. The three of you, if you could just sort it out, that'd be gorgeous. I think Slagveer's about to... Oh! Ah! This passage of play is giving me anxiety. I swear to God. Let the break... Yeah, exactly. I tried a load of shows recently to try to find that show that I was going to sit and just have that show that I can watch sometimes. And like I tried rewatching a bit of The Good Wife, and I just couldn't quite do it. I started with Suits again, but then I was just like, nah, not having it. I tried watching Blacklist so many times, and I don't know why that I can't get into it, because it feels like exactly the type of show that I would get into, and for some reason I just can't. There's another one show called Burn Notice from years ago. I had the same exact problem with that. It was exactly up my alley, and yet I could not get into it. RMN99, thank you for the follow. Yeah, you need that sort of... I don't know what it is, because Blacklist has got like 10 seasons and like a spin-off now, doesn't it? I think having James Spader probably helps. Like, he's a fantastic actor and he can steal a scene, but... Yeah, Burn Notice I never really got into. Firefly Line, is that the one with Sarah Chalk and Katherine Heigl? Look at me with my knowledge. Bodyguard, I've never seen Bodyguard. Is that the one with the guy Richard Madden from Game of Thrones in it? So there was a lot of, but Burn Notice is fully out of that era where it was like USA Network and TNT shows. So Leverage being one of them. White Collar, Burn Notice. There was a show called Yes! The show isn't called Yes, but we are winning at Push Gas. Kaepernick with the goal. Come on. That's a big, big goal in the title race. Whew. Deadliest Catch when you watched it. It was on Discovery Plus. So it's all on Discovery Plus. It's like $5 a month. But I warn you, weirdly, one thing I would say is that they actually, after like season 3 of Deadliest Catch on Discovery Plus, they move over to the uncensored version, which is really, really good. Did you watch Walking Dead? Just never my thing. Andor, not really watched any Star Wars stuff since I think the second one of the new films. I just kind of went, oh, I'm done with this. I think I watched an episode of Mandalorian, maybe the first season. The Good Place is really good. Yeah, I enjoyed that. What was I going to say? But yeah, it was that era of TV. So like, all those TNT shows and USA Network type of shows just cropping up out of nowhere. But like, White Collar was one of them. so many of them. I think there was one called Covert Affairs too. Oh my god, it's another one. Caprilicus only scored 5 goals this season, and 2 of them have come in this game. What a guy. Lie to me. No. I did try watching Arrow, and then I remembered that I just really don't like those types of shows. Like, just anything sort of superhero-y. I'm not really a Marvel person, DC, but I just don't really find that stuff super interesting most of the time. I did try to watch Arrow. I think I watched the first 2 seasons of it. Haunting of Hill House. Oh, God. If Viking was here, he'd be loving this. Basically, we had this, there was a friend of ours who was just obsessed with Haunting of Hill House to the point where we would just try to work it into every conversation, just try to mess with him. So, like, he'd come to recommend a new show, and we'd just be like, is it about a house? Is that house on a hill? And is that house haunted? On Discord? Absolutely. Let's go. Let's have a little look. Oh, it's like a video file. Hopefully this doesn't dent my... Okay, let's have a little gander. Right, let's see. No problem. Oh, stats plus. Oh! That's Poggy. Saz, that's fucking sick. Oh, if you lot can see what Saz is showing me right now. It's not anything sexual. I feel like I should have that. That extra bit you've added there is filth. I love that. It's like it's giving you context stats. That's kind of cool. Really like that. Yeah, Covert Affairs. That was the one with Piper Parabo in it, was it not? Oh, sorry. I didn't know if I could show chat or not. I've just shut it off again. So basically, I learned my lesson from the last time I accidentally revealed something on stream. So here we go. So what you're about to see, look in here. A new stats panel that has like ratings for this stuff based on different... Look at that shit. It's taking data from elsewhere in the game and displaying it to you here. It's actually taking active data from other leagues to give you an idea of where your players are ranking up against it. That is fucking outrageous. In a skin! The game literally doesn't even have that function. Man's actually building game functionality. That's freaking ridiculous. Fair play, Saz. That is, even for you, that's insane. Is that like... I believe so. That's insane. So, just to clarify. So, especially in this article. Okay, cool. That's insane. So it's a brand new... It's not in the skin yet, Snack. It's just Saz was just showing us like a preview of something he's working on for the newest version. It's not sexual. I mean, it is sexual. It's way more sexual. But bear in mind, when I first watched it, I didn't have it full screen, and now I can see the exact information. That's so much better. Oh, Pereira's through. It's nearly 3-0. You okay, Pog? What's up? Oh, are you? Very nice. Oh, it's over the line. That must be offside, surely. Harper's Island. Yes. My sister and mum used to watch that. Oh, I love it. It's like, honestly, at this point, Sass is actually adding enough for me to at some point during this year have to make a new video. We're showing what was already having the 90 per minute stats. Yeah, but that breakdown is... People love when... Like, stats are great, right? But being able to put those stats in context for people is so useful. The context matters more than anything else. I never really... I never watched Harper's Island. Did I say Harper's Island? Harper's Island. Yeah, stats have to have context to be usable. So at the moment, Ferencvaros losing, which would be enough. Because we'd have 2 games to go. We'd still have to play Ferencvaros. It would be basically a straight... Oh, if we could draw against them, though. Oh, they've equalised through Traore. Actually, that doesn't change anything. As long as they don't win, that's all that matters. The draw basically does the same thing for us. Because we have to play them next. Oh. There's so much data, I think, in FM that isn't displayed that should be. Pereira. Oh, yeah, maybe we actually do need to find some more wingers in the off-season, perhaps. I think it's because I loaned out Jake Cake. I think that's definitely been a factor here. Might just get gone on for a little bit. Stamboula's getting... Oh, for sure. Honved have scored another one. Oh, Ferencvaros in front. And no shit. Did you see that? Hadrian, you're a fucking mind reader. Stambouli with the winner for Ferencvaros, and now we concede as well. They might have the cup final midweek. True. Yes, the 8th of May is their cup final. Watch us now not win. So yeah, there's the Stambouli. There's the Stambouli winner for Ferencvaros as we go to 70 and 71 points respectively. Yeah, Nowusu is excellent. Well, I say excellent. Could have maybe saved that and been a bit more excellent. Oh no, you know what's about to happen. Probably a penalty or some shit. Oh no. Watch this now be the greatest play out from the back. Never mind. Never been, Mikey. Never been. Pog always assaults the virtues of it. Also, how are you? I was telling chat earlier about our friend that used to constantly bang on about haunting at Hill House. As after Holocaust's done it. Bobby's 27th of the season will hopefully wrap up the win against Puskás away from home. This is a big win in the title race. What on earth? The keeper chests it for no reason when he could just head this. Drake Callender, the man we nearly signed in the off-season, he chose to join Puskás and then he does that against us. Oh, someone's put something up Drake's Passage. That, what you just heard, that was an excellent joke. I don't normally call things out like that. Was an excellent joke. Ah, what a moment. The stadium isn't on a hill with a bit of haunting. I don't want to know about it. It's true. Is it even a stadium otherwise? The problem is, though, Stambouli, the Hadrian's friend, Benjamin Stambouli, comes up with the goods for Ferencvaros. And as a result, we are looking good for third. Actually, no, we're going to get third minimum. So that's good. We're guaranteed Europe. We just don't know where in Europe it's going to be. But at least we are now. That result has given us the win over Puskás. God, 2 games to go. Qualify for Conference League. They're going to love that. What should we expect us to win the league next year, though? Excellent joke. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate that. God, when Kaepernick really turned up when he... Oh, great. Now he's suspended. But bugger me, did he turn up when he needed to. 25 for Bobby. Wait. Didn't that say 27 when he scored the goal? He's now the top scorer in the league as well. Oh, yeah, lookups. My apologies. Other one I'm struggling with. Oh, well, I'm afraid I wish I could help you, but I can't, because that would be silly. I imagine John Hartson's probably not around. He's probably still calling penalties genius. You hate to see it. Oh, was that the guy from the Face in the Game? Andrew Kunwali. Oh, that's not how you spell his name at all. In fact, I don't know what it even searched for there. There he is. The Rochdale chappie. What's the second nationality? It has to be okay. I was expecting something like Thai, maybe. Not Thai, maybe like Singaporean? No second nationality. Well, there is a second nationality. It's just English. Fascinating. I wonder who this chap is in real life, because he's a face in the game. Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to smash the mic there. Apologies to everyone's ear. It's an interesting name. I already looked up Toby Harvey, didn't I? And I did that too. Oh, my bad. I actually didn't realise I had that there. Is it a life-size mic 3D model you can use as a butt plug? You're just nasty, aren't you? Newcastle, we have an large Asian community. Hong Kong, that would make sense too. So, we got Europe, which is the main thing. No matter what happens. And now we have the cup final to decide what kind of... Actually, no, wait. It doesn't matter what kind of Europe, does it? Actually, it kind of does. Because if Ferencvaros win the cup and the league, then we'll get Europa League, which I would prefer, just because it gives us more chance to stay in Europe. And we really do be needing that money right now. Obviously, we'll get a nice chunk at the end. Where are we statistically, actually, now? We have been statistically the best team in the league this season, but we're still underperformed our XG by 6. Is that the best defence as well? Best attack, best defence. Newly promoted side, best attack in the league, best defence in the league. Budapest Honved have overperformed by 20 points. They've scored 10 more than they should have done and conceded 10 less than they should have done. That's mental. Also, Juria nowhere near... Wow, these guys have just really not been at the races at all, have they? I love how we've got XG table in here twice, but I'm also love that we were able to put this stuff in here done. Prize money's pretty gash. It's like, yeah, 300k for winning the league, which is nothing. But there is decent money elsewhere, I think. Like the actual prize money from like... not prize money, sorry. The sponsorship's better as well. Yeah, in a normal year, because bear in mind, us and Honved shouldn't be here at all. Season preview was this. Molfairhöver are supposed to be second. Ushpest are meant to be in there too. So Honved would now moved up to 5th. Sorry, they were supposed to be 5th originally, but now they've changed that to 4th again. So what we're really saying is that Molfairhöver have been woeful this year. They were supposed to be second in the league, and they're 22 points off of second. And also, Ushpest as well. How do you say Ushpest? Is it Ushpest or is it Ushpest or something else? They're even worse. They should be like 5th. They're 14 points from 5th. I'd love it if Bobby actually became top scorer. Uipest. Uipest. Okay. Upest. Long U. Upest. Upest? You're so awkward to buy for, mature. You're welcome, MR. Who is coming up? I know that Pekshi are coming up. Sorry, not Pekshi, Pakshi. They were... Wow, they've actually bottled it a little bit. They were like 12 points clear after like 17 games or something. I mean, they're still miles clear. Pesht. Oh, no, I knew that. It's just it was the struggling part of the front I was struggling with. The UJ. Upest. So coming up, it's looking like... Well, Pakshi are up. And then it's probably between Haladash and Vashash for the second spot. I love that Spartacus are going to miss out again. Mature Cheese. Oh. It's the true... Oh, the top scorer only has 15 goals. They're very yo-yoed, yeah. But then Haladash were really good last season for like half the year. And then they massively fell off and finished like 9th last season. Because they were the ones that were chasing us and Spartacus down. And then just disappeared out of nowhere. So Ferencvaros next, and then Kishvarda on the last day. I get a difficult. Is it because they're both llamas? I do love that we've got like is in yoke. Hang on. So hang on. Are they both pronounced separately then? This is what I mean when people try to get me to pronounce stuff and they don't explain it phonetically. So like U as an under. So because to me that under would be as in and then J as in yoke would be y. So pushed. Like that's how I would say that based on that explanation. Because that makes it sound like they're two different syllables. Oh, you pest! Stop, you pest! Capybara is legal. This is true. Take me to the capybara experience. Yeah, we're dangerously close to Voldemort territory here. Purple Voldemort. Oh, here we go. Cup final. Right. So we had no sound in English, so I can only guess. Yeah, this is the problem. So is it 2 syllables then? Hang on. Right. We're doing the lesser spotted Google Translate. I've had enough. I want Translate Lady to help me. Let's do this. La Budapesta. Yeah. Although I said yeah, that's German. French detective. Let me see if I can get the accent. Maybe that'll help. Because there's an accent on the U, isn't there? No. Hungarian detected. Lovely stuff. Also, just occurred to me, I'm not actually on Google Translate. I'm on DuckDuckGo. One sec. Let's try that again. Right, let's try this. See what they say. Show me your wares.
Újpest.
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 Oh, Újpest.
Újpest.
Újpest. I'm a huge fan of Újpest. How close are we with Újpest?
Újpest.
Újpest. Because I'm totally here for Újpest. And that actually makes sense now, that original one. Spot on. Újpest. Lovely. I would never have got that from people writing it the way they were writing it. Nikolaj. Újpest.
Újpest.
Újpest. Love it. I think we're just going to use that in future for any of the other team names now. Újpest. I love it. They've just saved themselves from being Purple Voldemort. They were this close. It is really hard to explain, yeah. But I'm going to have to use that with the others. Most of them are fairly easily, because they don't have any strange characters, like Ferencvarosi, Debreceni. That seems fairly... Is that a hard C or a soft C? Sneeder, thank you for the follow. Mr. Poopy Ball is pissed. Újpest, yeah. But it is clearly Nikolaj, not Nikolaj, obviously. Right, come on. Ferencvaros, do me the favour. You had one fucking job. One fucking job. '94th minute. Let's look at how much they got mugged. Right, so that means that Debrecen now get European qualification, despite the fact that they are... How many points off of that? They're 20 points from 4th. So that now means that we're not going to be able to get into the Europa League. We either have to go Champions League or finish there, which we will. Ah, I was going to say, that's why I have been calling them Ferencvaros and Debrecen. Hey, Jato. Well, thank you, man. That's very kind of you. When you say found my channel, do you mean the main channel or the VOD channel? I always have to ask this now because a lot of people have found the VOD channel lately. So I am going to be... There will be a recap video for Season 2 coming up on Thursday morning as well, which I'm going to be recording tomorrow. Right, what was I going to look at? Oh, yeah, you want to see the goal? You want to see what's cost us potentially Europa League? Let's have a look. I reckon... Hang on, who was it scored it? Vida. Man's not even on the pitch, is he? He was a substitute. Wait, where is he? He didn't even have a rating, which means he was brought on so late. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't need anything else for Christmas. I have the POG, like I said. Having a POG doesn't make my life perfect, but it makes me not care that it isn't. What do you reckon? 4 minutes of stoppage time? Oh no. Oh god, defensive error. Defensive AI. Literally defensive AI. Oh, sick, JTO. That's awesome. We'll be getting, there'll be another one out on Thursday for the season we're currently in. Little Chef voucher. A voucher for what? Is there any that even still exist again? Ah, good. It's good that that is what's cost us that, potentially. Right, we now have to somehow beat Ferencvaros, don't we? We have to win away at Ferencvaros. This is where we need big stuff from the lads. At least they'll have played midweek, so we're going to be in a position where we'll at least have some... we'll be fresher than they will be. Oh, God, not again. Thighs, will you leave it alone, bud? That's the 3rd time you've asked for this. Oh, okay. We did get a draw against Ferencvaros earlier. Classic football shirt in it. Problem is, at the moment, all the stuff I like in classic football shirts is things like the Christmas jumpers, and they sort of aren't really that utilizable for a lot of the year. This giant goose. Oh, did anyone else see the giant goose that Tommy found on TikTok that he put in the stream chat yesterday? Holy shit, that's enormous. It's a weighted goose. Can we do UK? Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's a big ass goose. Or this is a child. Yeah, she's like 4'1". Why does it have a halo? It's Beyonce's goose, obviously. Have you seen the penis one? I'm going to go ahead and say no. No, I have not seen the penis one. Tell me more. Yeah, I'm a weighted human, turns out. No, I'm on a bit of a kick now of trying to be eating a bit better. With Wisła Krakow, nice! I did Building a Nation in Poland with Polonia Warszawa, and Wisła were one of the teams that actually did quite well in that save, if I remember correctly. I really enjoyed the Polish save. That was so much fun. Right, so we're missing Kapralik for this game. But luckily it's... Oh, God, really? No, we're not doing Bognar. Diop, surely. I want to really make sure I pick this team correctly. I want Carvajal. I want... Ariata. Radulic and Jarju is fine. And Dye is fine. And we want, obviously, Nowusu in goal. That's all good. We got, I think, Poland to 5th. No, I think I did get 4th with Poland. I didn't any... I think it was 5th or 4th I got Poland to. But bear in mind, because it was YouTube, there was a little bit more pressure to sort of have it end, I suppose. So I only did 18 seasons in that save. I think had it been a stream save, we could have maybe pushed and done more. But there you go. I wish I could click that side effects, but I'm afraid that my computer might explode. And I might accidentally show stream, and that would be the worst thing we could do. Right. Let's do a bit of that. There's Benjamin Stambouli in there, along with the Elder Civic. Which is like at least a D-Reg, right? Verib's on the bench. Right, I need a second urination session. Back in a second, friends.
Do you know if there's a train coming anytime soon?
Oh yes, very soon. They are building it now.
Oh, this isn't where I park my car.
Thought I'd open my advent calendar because, you know, it's important to do that. So what are we on? 6th. Aha! Now watch me aggressively stab a calendar. Leave a slice for Santa. Very important. So, I don't know what Christmas traditions you lot had. But... Slice of what, indeed? When I was a kid, my mum would put like a whiskey out for Santa and milk and a carrot for Rudolph. And then we'd come the next, and sometimes a mince pie. And then the next morning when my sister and I would come down, there'd be like the whiskey had been drank, carrot had been eaten, like some of it, there'd be like crumbs and stuff like that. Oh. Lekwaku. Aggressively attacking this habit. Hey, it's a tiny piece of chocolate half, damn it. It's things like that are not what affect me. It's the eating lots of bread and cheese that does the problem. That's the real issue. I don't actually eat that much, to be honest. It's just when I do, it goes a little bit wrong. It's the binging on cheese that really does it. I think without that, I'd have a normal, like, calorie intake. Oh. Santa Santa gets what he gets. It's usually like a mince pie and a blowy behind the sleigh. Oh, well, thank you, J2O. I keep calling you J2O. That's not at all what I should be saying. JTO, that's very kind of you, friend. Thank you for stopping by. Boom, boom, boom. Just made of cheese and chocolate. Don't you diss the combination of cheese and chocolate. Christmas hot takes. Minus presents are done after dinner. That is a bit of a hot take. So for us, it was... Well, how it used to be, right? And I say when we were kids, this happened up until my sister and I were into like our early 20s because we'd always be at my parents. And we would literally get all the presents, sit on my mum and dad's bed and open them. And this includes Poggers partaken in this tradition. It's difficult when you're like 22. So there was that. But it was also a case of like morning. Even after that, it was like morning. It'd be like everyone's downstairs. What other Christmas hot takes is there? They're stuck facing us. This is true. As we're about to conceive from a set. No, Nowusu comes and claims. Big stuff. Sleeps naked. I mean, how did you know, firstly? But have you considered the idea of putting clothes on? Oh, hang on. Ah. I get the feeling that... Oh, there's flares too. Crackers are shit. I'm not like overly enthused by them, but I wouldn't say they're shit. My favourite things about Christmas, honestly, my favourite things about Christmas isn't so much Christmas Day in itself, it's everything around it. Like, everyone's, like, when you've got friends that are, like, back in town if they live nearby or whatever, and people are there around, it's just nice. It's just seeing family and friends and just chilling. I almost look forward to New Year as much as Christmas, right? Because, oh, Bobby misses the target and is offside. Because for me, New Year always means one thing, and that's going to Vikings. And then, more importantly than that, having KFC on New Year's Day at Fleet Services. Harv with a gifted sub to Michael Buttplug. Is that like Michael Bublé? Thank you, Harv. Cooking episode is better than eating. Oh, God. Last year, I forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer. Genuinely forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer. Oh, it was a bit of a scuffed day for Pog and I. So it's cold and a nuisance. I like a bit of snow occasionally. But on days like actual Christmas Day, it could be a bit more of a problem. Diop's in! It's a big save again because then it stops people from getting to places. Best Christmas film. If I told you my favourite Christmas films, you'd probably hate me because it's nothing like that. It'd be like fucking Love Actually and The Holiday. I love a bit of that. Once you're out of school, I don't know, I still like a bit of snow. No part of me wants to watch Christmas. Yeah, very true. So Pog showed me this TikTok yesterday of Bruce Willis saying that Die Hard wasn't a Christmas film. It's like, he doesn't get to decide. He was just in it. Like, Love Actually is great. Absolutely love Love Actually. And The Holiday is great. Pog and I watched The Holiday in bed on Christmas Day morning last year while we were opening presents. We were sat there in matching corgi snuggies. Yes, that's right. You heard correctly. Sat there in matching corgi snuggies, opening our presents, watching Love Actually. Not Love Actually, The Holiday. It was great. Plus, when your boy gets a corgi snuggie on, you know we're ready. Ooh, that was a... I've seen Die Hard. What are we talking about? Rob Jordan, or Job Rawdon. Thank you very much for the night. So many 9 monthsies. You'd love to see it. Thank you, friend. Krampus. I've never seen Krampus. It's a Wonderful Life. I've never seen that either. Right, we've got to pick this up a little bit. Oh, good. Exactly what I was hoping wouldn't happen with that team talk. This is where Anelson's going to, like, criticize me again. Until last week, really? I'm trying to think of the last time I saw Die Hard. What was I doing 9 months ago? I don't know. Apparently being very sexy. Oh, shit. There's an overload at the back post. Oh, he's not gone for the back post. Please win the header. Oh, well done, Nowusu. Come on. Like, we're in control at the moment, and I'm trying to leave it as long as I can before we make any drastic changes. Because we are in such control. What I am going to do is... Oh, the tempo's already high. I'm going to turn a football in the box. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive. Try to find that just key pass. Right. Bobby's actually struggling now. This is the last thing we needed was a struggle day for these guys. Like, our entire front line is just struggling now. And there's so little options off the bench. Maybe Christian Nemeth? I'll be honest with you. I don't really have a particular opinion on the whole Die Hard thing. I just kind of watch it sometimes, you know. Direct. I don't really want to go direct because I could up the pass and do it slightly, but I feel like we've got so much possession. I don't think it would make much difference. Bring on the We'll see. Slobber 1992 Bray. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh, I didn't press continue. That's what it was. We've hit the target a decent amount here, but we're not getting the... Do we do 10 minutes of Merchant of Chaos? I reckon we do. With advance forward, obviously. I think we've got no choice.
So I tell the swamp donkey to sack it before
Yes, I know that has changed, but it still kind of gives you an idea, right? I give up, you're getting one present. Ooh. Moody. The Basil, thank you for the follow. Oh, God. I feel like we might as well go for it. Because losing does the same thing as drawing in this match for us right now as Zacharias, and it's a tight angle. What a block! Oh, for fuck's sake. Defensive AI. Wow, we really have been getting absolutely effed by this lately, haven't we? That's how we lose the title. Like that. With the deflected cross that bounces over our defender's head, who he's 6'6" and has 20 jumping reach. 20! Oh. He literally could not have higher jumping reach. And we're not going to win at this rate. We might not even get third. And then we get an injury. Okay, we've had it then. And we haven't even got a substitute. Who are we bringing on then? Noj? Dear. We got uptight. Do you mind focus in the last 20 minutes? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter now anyway. We've lost the title. A lot of defender victoria a lot of times. Yeah, of course. But it's the frequency of which it happens. It does feel better. It's just we've had an annoying run of it. That's what it is. It seemed to have gone away, but we've just had a lot of it over the last several matches of just those kind of things costing us goals. That being said, we did get gifted a goal against Pushcast for that exact same thing. Yeah, Honved would be worse if they were in it, because they're just not going to be that good next year. And here we are, saying to ourselves as well, like, we're like annoyed at not winning the title in our first season. Like, bear in mind, this isn't the final game of the season. There's another game after this.
Do you know if there's a train coming?
Oh, dear.
Oh, yes, very soon. They are building it now.
G-Senad? Sorry if I butchered that. Thank you for the follow. I'm still going to yell at them, of course. But I feel like statistically we were the best side this season, which is what makes it frustrating. But it also feels like with the right recruitment, we can absolutely smash this. Because there's still another game left, but we still actually could come third now. Not that that actually matters. Because both us and Honved are in the Conference League no matter what happens. Yeah, watch the board get upset with me now. Christian Ariata injured. How many games? 13 matches. Mostly substitute appearances, admittedly. Hungry for revenge. Hey! Thighs Freeze cracking the jokes out, old big boy. You love to see it. MTK Budapest are hungry for revenge. Yes, they are, Thizey. He can speak fluent Hungarian and even does the jokes in it now. Ferencváros crown champions. God damn it. How tall am I? Like 5'11"? Right. Yeah, we won't get a prize or anything because technically we can still come third. There is a difference, yeah, but it's not drastic. Like, oh, it's up like 100k, but really, at this point, that prize money is not exactly going to make much difference. Or they Magyar for success. They could be. They could be Magyar for success. But they certainly wouldn't be saying for success, would he? He'd be saying whatever that is in Hungary. They are still A+ing us, in fairness, the board. So it is weird that they're extremely disappointed about us losing to Honved. It's like, they're a good side. And that's like very disappointed. And it's like, what were you expecting? Yeah, the title started failed. We had a defensive error in the 80-something minute of the game. And it cost us. The ball deflected off a defender over the other defender's head, who then missed the header with his 20 jumping reach. Jobson! Okay, this is... We can definitely refer back to this in a sec. Oh, it's Van Connecten as well. Nice. I suppose this is the derby. Was that the fans? I thought it was the board. But I understand there's being disappointed, but then there's also being like understanding of why the result happened. It'd be a bit like Walsall playing against Aston Villa and being like, I can't believe we lost that. It's like, well, you are like divisions apart. Which round do we enter? We don't know yet because I think it might vary based on which of the Europa Conference League places we get. Also, has someone noticed that this has now changed? And now all of them are Conference League. That definitely didn't say that before, did it? That definitely said Europa League before. And why is that saying depending on the winner when both of us are already guaranteed? Is there a way we could not get cup winning against Europe? Yeah, but why is it... Shouldn't that now have disappeared then? You'd think that would have disappeared. Well, it is because of the cup winner, but the cup winner has already happened, so it shouldn't say depending on the cup winner when it's already happened. Weird. Better from 22. Yeah, I'd say so. That being said, I still feel like it was completely lacking in feature and functionality improvements. The match engine itself has been improved now that they've made the update. Ignoring that last game, that has helped. But as a rule, it'll always be there. But why will that one always be there when the other one wasn't? So, for example, before it said second place and it had depending on the cup winner. But now fourth place isn't depending on the cup winner because the cup winner's already happened. Is to get the coefficient table. No, yeah, no. Believe it or not, I am familiar with the coefficient table. It's just that is for a year from out from now, so that would not have no effect. Remember, the coefficient table is delayed a year. So what you get this year is not represented in the league table this year. It's a year delayed. So that number would have no effect on this. Is it just a glitch? Oh, that's fine. We move. And Pushkas lost again. Wow, they really are screwing it up, aren't they? Cup winner could still finish in those positions. The cup winner is Debrecen. You're telling me that Debrecen are going to get 20 points in their next game? These are the cup winners. They cannot finish in either third or fourth. That's why I was surprised it was still there. Even that's just an FM thing. I assume it is just an FM thing. Pog, you seem awfully anxious and upset about this. I don't really mind. But yeah, the coefficient table is an offset by a year. So what we achieve in Europe this year will affect the coefficients for the following season, not this year. Evan bugged out. I know. Such a rare occasion. Petra, so we do need to get... He needs to get a loan. Honestly. I know he is... Yeah, I need to try and loan him out next season, I think. And honestly, Panache might end up getting a loan next season too. Potentially, anyway. I'm glad we got into the Conference League, but remember, if we'd have gone into the Champions League, we'd have had a better chance at actually getting into the Conference League, whereas now, it would just take one unlucky draw, and we get drawn against, like, the 7th best English side or something, and we're fucked. Option to send players to them. I believe they can still turn that down, and that can only happen during a window. And I'd rather him go to a better side than them, and I think they can still say no, can't they? Well, it's just as well that the season is over, because Ngom's now out for, well, the rest of it. Going to the draw today. Oh, God, no. We're in May. And that's a whole... Remember, the transfer window is during those bits now, so that's not like the way it was with previous streams, because they were... The transfer winners were in the winter with those, but now we're in a normal league, like normal strategy, so it's going to be a completely different thing for us, so we can't get to that, because otherwise we wouldn't have a transfer stream, and obviously I need that for the whole content side of things. You winning, son? Oh, no. We lost 1-0 to Ferencváros to lose the title, and we might still lose third, potentially. Or not lose third, but lose fourth. Also, bear in mind, I didn't agree to play more often. I specifically said to him every single time that he was not playing because he was out of form. And he said, fine. Like, simple. Also, loan me better players then, Jurgen. I'd put this on you, personally. I definitely on this final day want to play Verba. Oh, sorry, Verba? Verab. Pereira showing please in progress. Good to know. He is ridiculous. Like, he is actually ridiculous. So glad we got him, but I do want another Weidman. Weidman? Oh, so one of the new guys is injured. And actually, let's just have a little look at the old, how this mentoring group's going with Vereb. Okay, seeing some little improvements across this. Probably nothing to do with that. Players injured so annoying. Oh, yeah. Well, the reason he was complaining initially is because I was playing him as a left wing back instead of a left wing back. And that was his biggest complaint. And that's what set the whole thing rolling, unfortunately. Worth a spot on the bench. We probably... I mean, honestly, there's the other 2 star guys, to be fair. Squad planning next season. What the hell? Ah, I see. So the difference between this season, really, and next season from what I can see, is that Josef Balázs gets his full name written on the squad plan. That is a very good use of the squad planner there. The biggest difference, I think, is just that he's no longer J Balázs. He's Joseph. Fair one. Glad that's in the game. Very important. One thing we will be doing today, though, is having a little look at some of those players on the scouting list to see if there's any absolute gems in there that we can maybe look at. Because we don't have our scouting budgets or anything like that just yet. Right. Okay. So, what on earth? Diaz will definitely start the final game of the season, yes. As will Vereb. Oh, we can do all sorts of that stuff. So I'm going to start Vereb. Because he actually did really well the one game he did start for us this season. I feel like he deserves another chance to show off. Particularly as it could actually benefit him. Yeah. Is it cool if we start calling you by your actual name? Incredible scenes. Wow, that match fitness isn't great. But he did play well the one game. I could finally buy some more letters. He's unlocked them. They were behind a paywall this entire time. Okay, he is a bit knackered. I can see why he wouldn't be in the team. But Nowusu back on the bench again. He should be happy with his playing time now, right? Star player. Okay, good. Because he has actually started the last 8 games. And is developing reasonably well. Panaché's there. Carvajal as well, actually. Oh no, do I want to drop Jarju? Is that a good idea? Is that ever a good idea? Kapralic and Pereira, like 5 goals, 7 assists, 7 goals, 7 assists. That's a good... I would say that's a good return from those guys. Particularly with Jarju scoring 4 goals and getting 4 assists to his name as well. I'm surprised that Radalic has only got 7 goals this year. That has shocked me a little bit. I figured he'd do better than that, given his insane aerial threat, but there you go. Right, okay, Kishvarda. We should win this, you'd think. Mountain of Fire and Miracle. Oh, what a name. Mountain of Fire? I'm guessing it's this one. Mountain of Fire and Miracles FC. Hungarian first names, but they also can be seen as last names as well. I think it's just because the size of that particular screen varies from this season to next season on the squad planner page. That's literally all it is, I think. There's a slight change because there's a slightly different menu on one of them. Have these guys got some kind of like significance beyond just the name? Magic Volcano FC. It's the Scientology. Best striker in FM, Jean-Marie Dongu. Never heard of him. Is he like Endrick? Oh. Hurry back. I need to know. Is he better than Endrick? Or is he like Arda Güler? Church uses football as part of their recruitment. Interesting. Regenmus. Who won? It was Andreas Sheldrup. 50 million in the bank. You can't spend it because of reputation. Yeah, we're going to get to that point. Better than Messi. Wow. But is he better? You haven't answered my question. Is he better than Jeff Hendrick? Mountain Fire Miracle. I mean, that's a hell of a name, if nothing else. Jean-Marie Dongu. Ah. This is where I just look up Jeff Hendrick. No one's better than Hendrick. Oh, I'm afraid he doesn't exist. I hate to break it to you, but you've imagined him. No one's better than Hendrick. Let's have a look. See how good Hendrick's got on these days. Hendrick. He is good, but I don't know what like the fuss is about. To be honest, I'll give you points back, Torment. One single appearance. Where did he play? Do you mean Ferris Bueller? I do mean Ferris Bueller, yes. Only 27 is good. I assume it's because he's playing in a lower division, so it's just like... If they're outside the top... Ron Endrick. No, this is definitely him. Look, see, Endrick. I don't really understand what all the fuss is about, honestly. It's just an Irish bloke. They mean Jeff. No. They don't mean Jeff. This one's 32 is another team. Oh no, I've looked through the database. There's only one Endrick. Let's have a look. Endrick. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I don't know. I'm not sure what the fuss is about. guess his jumping reach is all right. It's not the one. Oh, so it must have been the original one. Eckstein. There's Ken Hendricks. Hendrik Moyo. Huh. No, I think it has to be this guy from Palmeiras. I couldn't see a Hendrick from Palmeiras. I'm assuming it has to be this guy. I think people are just very confused. I think I've heard some stuff about people saying that they thought he was Brazilian, but he was actually... I can't. I'm trying so hard.
It's good.
It's the long shots. Ah, it could be, yeah.
In winter, it can get very depressing.
That's why he's meta. That's a good point, to be fair. With that kind of long shots, it would explain it a lot. Anto, thank you for the follow. I think I did all right there, honestly, chat. Genuinely. I think I did a pretty good job of actually keeping a straight face for as long as that. I can watch this all day. Oh, well. Truth be told, I'll only be able to look him up if people try to imply that Jeff Hendrick's better. How's the Hungarian league rank? It's 23rd currently, but we're going to move up to 22nd at this rate, which is pretty good. Oh, hang on. There was literally lookups I need to do. Have I signed Pulisic? Never heard of him. Is that like Roy Galvin? F.A. Hendrick. Can we try? Yes, we can, because then I could sign him potentially. I love that during that I actually found a second one. That was not planned. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry if you feel like I've bamboozled you, but we've been having a bit of fun with that today. I get the feeling that I'm going to get a lot of entertainment about that this year. Don't you think? I think, Jack, you'd agree. I think we're going to get a lot of entertainment out of that one thing this year. Until Jeff Hendrick retires, then we're in a problem. What have you replaced the real Hendrick with? Hang on. The real Hendrick. This one. Sorry. There is only one Hendrick, and it's this chap here. Oh. That is the real one. New crap player with a surname Hendrick, and then review the psych. He can't keep getting away with it. Oh, he can. He's going to get away with it all year. I'm never going to... I'm going to hire him as a staff member. Wait, what? Oh, imagine. Imagine if I had signed Hendrick. Robbie Purdy, thank you very much for the follow. Hendrick's contract is running out. Like, should we sign Hendrick? It's a shame it's not possible. Let me just ask his agent. They're standing in the... Couldn't find Trent. Probably. Trucker J, yeah, probably. Let's be honest. So, John Arnold Reese. Is he still in the database? Nickname Real Hendrick. I'll nickname the other... Rick name. There he is. Oh, I love that he's still wearing the Fulham shirt there. Yeah, we've got to give the 29-year-old Hendrick a trial. Since we can't sign the real Hendrick, the 32-year-old Irish one. We'll have to sign the Brazilian one instead. AJ Gaming, thank you for the follow. Oh, I just tried. He wasn't having it. He wants too much money. Enter to Rickroll. No. Shall I tell him? Do you mean Jeff Hendrick? You're thinking of Jeff Hendrick, I think. You might be thinking of... I don't know. It's hard to say these days. I'm doing good, AJ. How are you, my friend? Imagine if there was a Rick Rolls in there. The closest we'll get is Jack Rolls. You know? Endrick rolled. Oh, he's Cypriot. Born in Enfield. Well, I mean, wasn't what I was expecting to get, but we found it anyway. Bit of that. I'll reject that and give you that. And then I need to trial Hendrick, don't I? Like, actually need to trial Hendrick. It's going good, actually. Well, I say it's going good. We just bottled the title. Right, so this is Hendrick.
That's a fun fact. Voltaire contracted
Let's trial Hendrick. I can't believe we're going to get to trial Hendrick in Hungary. That's surprising, actually. Wouldn't have thought we could have got him. Tom Zara, thank you for the follow. He isn't actually that bad stat-wise. I imagine if he could actually be signable. And he's an AMC. We could... I mean, we've got so many of them anyway. But then, think of the title for Season 3's recap. I signed Hendrick. Think of the memes that I can pull off. That would be perfect. It's just a video. It's just massive. It's clickbait that isn't clickbait. People love being hoodwinked. That's what they told me. They got a bit. Well, I don't know. Would he get a beard like that? Endrick goes in every thumbnail after that. Yeah, well, I'm thinking about calling this year's recap be something like 5 Colombian gems and a dream. If the youth intake was gonna, if outstanding, I might have used that instead. But I think we had to go with the Colombian thing. Because the recaps are not going to be called like season 2 recap. They'll just have like a normal title that's just like a thing, because it makes it better for the algorithm. You'll be able to tell what they are though, because they'll have thumbnails that are similar enough, and they're in the playlist anyway. Building a nation, Endrick. Oh, right, we're in. Vereb is playing. Insane club. Well, I mean, the free transfer video will be out next week. But I think that will actually be genuinely helpful because it's free transfers for second seasons of saves. Everyone always concentrates on the first season and never thinks about the second season. Right. Hooker out on the left-hand side here. Oh, shit. Right, come on. Einolsson's on it. That's a... Actually, it's not a bad clearance. It's come to Kapralik. He's got the speed. Can he find Bobby? Yeah, no, he can. Abduholikov's in. Great first touch. Get it on that left foot of yours. Oh, he's a filth merchant. 26 for the season. That might be enough to get him top scorer. Because I would love it if he won the Golden Boot this year, because I don't know how much longer we'll be able to hold on to old Bobby. In fact, especially this summer, if the money's right, we might have to make a move on that just to help us financially. Depends on how Europe goes. Like, if we actually get into a group stage or something, which, you know, I'd say is doable. Okay, can we even try out entry?
It's good you came in summer.
Brainer, thank you for the follow.
It can get
or
very
Breno.
depressing.
There is a guy called Breno Biden, who's often gets released at the end of first seasons of saves, and he's really young and has like at least 150 PA, I think. Really solid player. He's one that I noticed came up quite a lot. He'll definitely be in the video. If you have enjoyed today's stream and you're new, drop a follow. That'd be lovely. Hey, look, chat. Uipest. No, wait, hang on. What was it?
Újpest.
Újpest, yes. Újpest scored. Oh, Diaz. Oh, Diaz. Juan Pablo Diaz. It's 2-0. What a guy. Tell you Wonder Kid Joe Biden is, I think. He is. Do not put him on a basic language course, though. He will not learn it. Yeah, but the key thing about him is that he's almost always available as a free transfer at the end of that first season. God, Diaz has been such a good pickup. He's been so good. Like, he's getting goals, he gets assists, he just does it all. As a Roman playmaker, I can't wait to see what he just does. And Radilic scores 3-0. Although offside, apparently. He's a really, really solid pickup. We have officially lost the league, yes. Unfortunately, the defeat to Ferencváros is what paid to that. But it does look as though we are going to get second spot at least. So, yeah, I must say, the loading cutscenes do be long. Yeah, that's definitely offside. In fact, I think it actually hits him. No, it doesn't, but it's still offside. All we get for this is, I would say all we get. It's our first season in the top flight. We qualified for Europe and finished only a couple of points off the top of the league in our first season up. I'd say that's a pretty effective time. It's still going to put a lot of pressure on us to qualify. I don't know if we're going to be good enough to qualify. It's really going to come down to, do we get the luck of the draw when it comes to... I love that Újpest are beating Honved. It might actually work out better, because it might mean that Ferencváros do have a good time, and we potentially could have a good time in the lower competitions and actually have a really good season coefficient-wise. But it could all go horribly wrong if we draw like the 7th best English side or something and get knocked out by, I don't know, fucking Newcastle or someone like that. There's every chance of that happening. God, Diaz is everywhere. This man is literally omnipotent on a football pitch. Oh, nice pass from Jarju too. Here we go. How's Vereb getting on? 6.8. Just doing well with rating. It's cleared through. Abduholikov puts it over the line and it's offside. Should get Europa League at least. Well, Europa League would have been impossible, because the only way we could have got Europa League, I think, would have been to win the cup. Oh, no. Sorry, yeah. But there's nothing we could do about that, really. Vereb's on a booking, but here he is on the ball again, the youngster. Driving towards the byline. Pops it back for Jarju. Some nice control. Kapralik. Pereira. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that first touch. Just created so much space for himself. We did do great. We've had a good year. It's more than I could have hoped for. My plan was I thought I was being ambitious when I said we could do top half. And the fact is, we were how many points clear of top half? We had double the points. I think Ferencváros will do fine. They'll be okay. It's just a question of, can we do it? Can we get into the Conference League group stages? Take Pens at all? To be fair, I don't think it really matters how good a player is at Pens. I'm trying to think of the last... We have not missed a penalty in the league in this save yet. We scored 12 out of 12 last year, and we've scored every penalty in the league this season as well. That's how busted we are on Pens at the moment. We cannot be stopped. Oh. The rule for us doing great is a little bit unfair. Yeah, but that's why it's a case of... It's almost like skill issue, innit? So if we had more places because we were doing better overall, we'd be able to get that. But we're not that far off. Remember, 17th in the coefficients is the next step. That would only really take one good season out of us and Ferencváros probably to get us close to that. We haven't actually had a lot of penalties after the patch, I might note. Abderhologov and Juan Pablo Diaz. Technique for scouting. We have 2. But at the moment, honestly, for this save, most of our technique has just been agent offers. More than anything else, agent offers is how we found most of the players we've signed. And that and some suggestions from chat. As Ferencváros drop points on the final day as well, just to really rub it in our faces. But beyond that, yes, we're going to trial Endrick. 2 things. And chat lookups, yeah. So I have a method that I use to find, like, if I'm looking for a very specific type of player for a very specific role, if you do ! filters, there's a video where I explain it, and also I give you loads of filters that you can use to do it. The other one, if you're looking for, like, young regen players, like really young players as they come through, I have another method that I use, which we'll be using later in this save, probably more regularly than the other method, which if you do ! scouting, you'll find a video about that, basically. And it's to do with national under-19 and under-21 squads, but there's a method of, like, filtering through it that makes it a lot better for me, personally. So we've got to get Endrick in there. Calzona. Mate. That's a great name. We trialed Endrick. It's a thing that has happened. 256 grand for that. Doesn't make much difference. Particularly... Wow, we made a profit of 30 grand. Ah, no worries, Archie. Right. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, let's look at Endrick. Has he joined us yet? Right, Endrick on trial. I mean, he's not bad, is he? He doesn't like big matches, rubbish. But he's consistent, you know? He's doable. There's a... We'll keep him at the club for a little bit and see what he's like. Yellow card. Oh, no. Whatever will you do? Well, actually, that might carry over, mightn't it? So I think we can do at this point is just start progressing. Because at the end of the day, next stream is obviously going to start in the transfer window. And it's not going to be... It's going to be a little while, yeah. So we'll just sort of let some stuff happen. Did I... Oh, I just got an achievement. The special one. I don't know what that means. Is that like manager of the season, maybe? There is a few Kendricks in there. Lodo and Hungry. Yeah, we get a good meme. I suppose. That's a good point, actually. Particularly, is right. It's going to also encourage people to be like, oh, just another streamer that signed. That is fun. I do appreciate that. Yeah, we did get second here. We won 2-0 against Kishvada on the final day. So there's Kendrick Enriquez. There's also Alex Hedrick. Loads of Hendricks. Two different Ezra Hendricksons, both of which are from St. Vincent of the Grenadine. He plays for Chicago Fire. Oh no, it is Chicago Fire. Wow, that badge is way different to the last time I looked. It almost looks like, there's a Brazilian side? Eustace Ken Hendricks. Landrick? There you go. Bit of Trotro Ukajo. Love it. Lovely name. Manager of the year. Awesome. I'm glad we won manager of the year, though. A Brunei dude. Hendrik Della Chica. Change the badge. Yeah, I hate it too. It looks like a Brazilian side, I think. Oh. Or Argentinian. Hang on. Let me just figure out who it's reminding me of. I've just typed in Brazil. Bahia. It reminds me a bit from a distance of Bahia. That's who I was thinking. Big up. Oh, Eduardo Barroca. Man, he's a vitamin machine, Chato. He's chewable too. Not soft, though. Yeah, they really have been putting some bad badges out lately. Right, back off that again. So that's Brazil. What am I doing? That's Brazil again. That's... Oh, what was I looking at? Oh, the Kendrick thing. Right, and now Bragantino. Bragatino. No, not Bragantino. Bragantino. Blah, 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 blah. There's no football on today, is there? Weird. So this is Maurizio Barbieri, who looks a teensy bit from a distance like Wojciech Szczesny. There is that? Oh, is it tomorrow? Oh, it's sorry, it's Tuesday, isn't it? It's Wednesday, Thursday, there's no football. Spain, Morocco. Oh, that's sick. What we might do then is finish like 15 minutes early so we can get ready for the football. Because we've got but we've still got like half an hour. Margarita Bracketan in the house. Portugal, Switzerland. Yeah. Switzerland. Right. Do you know what? There's those players like Ochoa that you only seem to see at World Cups. For me, Haris Seferovic is another, like World Cups, but like major tournaments. Haris Seferovic is another one of those players who I only remember exists during major tournaments. Shaqiri, I think Shaqiri though has still developed a decent amount of like the guy played for Liverpool, did well at Stoke, and I know he plays in MLS now, doesn't he? But like Seferovic for me just seems to only exist at what? Who does Seferovic even play for? I'm guessing it's someone like Basel or someone like that. Are we getting this squad planning thing again? It's like, stop. Benfica, really? Jesus. Right, so Bobby. Oh, he didn't win it. Oh no, that was different. Goal of the season was Marquinhos. Bobby got second one. And Marcelo. Impeccably. I love that when Marquinhos and Marcelo are in this list. Yeah, Switzerland do seem to have the same team. Indefinitely. It'll have... You've got your Rodriguez's, you've got Seferovic, you've got Shaqiri, you've got Brillambolo. Team of the season. I mean, that kind of makes sense, really, doesn't it? You're bound to have lots of Honved guys because they overperformed. Although, actually, only two, to be fair. Lots of Ferencváros because they won the league. I'm surprised that Favorov and Belusha got in there. I'm also amazed to see no Diaz, really. But, still. Player of the year. Or is that just based on average rating? Jarju, look at that. Moses Jarju was second on Player of the Year. The man we spent the entire year ridiculing and taking the piss out of. Actually, he is really good. And was second in Player of the Year. He's very good. Value's pretty solid too. He's got a nice long contract too. Love that. Top goal scorer. He did it. He got that goal he scored against Kisvada on the final day was enough to get him top goal scorer. 24 goals off of an XG of 18. Oh yeah, he'll probably want to... Speaking of that, we should get our budget soon, right? Manager of the Year for Sir Luban... It could not have been more perfect. Manager of the Year for Sir Luban Mihov, but more importantly, a win ratio of 69%. You're welcome. I guess it's probably just pronounced May, right? Oh yeah, our youth intake was insane. Like, genuinely insane. But unfortunately, I think if I click Dev Center now, the youth intake's going to not show up there. Oh no, it's still there. Wait, they're all 5-star now? Oh no, 5 of the 6 are. Hey, Frosh. Harsh on the Honved guy, but remember, we're newly promoted. God, yeah, they've actually been upgraded, I think. And shout out Cleo too, yeah, like... Just, meh. But another 2-footer. Unambitious again. What's with these personalities, man? Is Van Nemeth fickle? And another guy with strong on both feet. Horvath? Ah, finally. Temperamental personality. Good lord. Emmett, could you get a handle on this, bud? Yeah, our youth intake was pretty outrageous. The best of the bunch was Adam Vereb. Stars lie. I mean, Stars can lie on everything, of course, but they asked, we don't have anything else to go on. It just depends on who is doing the assessment of the player. But Vereb is definitely the guy from that. He's a perfectionist, and he has 17 determination. I guess that must be our head of... Oh no, director of football. Do you even have a contract at the moment? I think most of our staff are out of contract, but they're just chilling. Which is fine, because it means if they do decide to... This man is the gift that keeps on giving. He really is something. When did we... Was this when we gave him a new contract? This should be fun. Okay, right. I guess we get to work out how we're gonna work through this one. The Jarju saga continues. Failure to improve the club. As if I have any say in that. Like, I did ask the board, did I not? Right, let's see. This should be funny as fuck. Let's see what are our options here. I'm disappointed you haven't made arrangements for improvement of the training facilities as promised. I don't control that information. We'll discuss with the board as a matter of urgency. Okay, promised it. Yeah, but we asked the board. They said no. What more can you do in that situation? I don't control the money flow. The board do. We asked the board. They said no. But we have this option here where it says I can ask the board. I guess we can try that. Because it is... But hang on, it's a promise. So what does the promise mean? I love that. This response will result in a promise being made. What is the promise? That I will ask the board, or that we will improve the training facilities? Because it says here, we'll discuss this with urgency with the board. Convinced this will not work. Maybe. Really like to see a bit more action from you on this. Again, so that did nothing. And now I can't promise him. This shit is so embarrassing. It does feel weird that you're even... Bear in mind, it was locked in and I wasn't allowed to remove it. I don't think players should be able to demand that you have that kind... You don't have the power to do that anyway. Yeah, can't wait for the players to get my back about my treatment of him. This is phenomenal. Central... Where else have you played? Let's have a look where you've played then. Let's see where you've played outside of central back and defender. Wing back. Okay, fair enough. He has been deployed in the wrong spot. Oh well. That's on me, but also be better. Don't want to hear about what's happened. I'd rather know how you're going to fix things. Well, we just came second in the league, so sit the fuck down. Like, if you don't want to be here, that's fine. Jarju is Gideon without the costume. Oh, no, they're not a bit unreasonable. They are absolutely broken and unreasonable. You might have missed this, Basil. On the last stream, the board set... I'm going to tell you this without getting annoyed at it, but it's going to be tough. Okay, so let's just... Let me paint a picture for you for what happened on the last stream that made me lose my shit. So, at the start of this season, as a newly promoted side, I cannot stress this enough, our first season in the top flight, just won the league from below, promoted. The board gave me no option to... We were given two choices for our cup expectations, either the final or the semi-final, both of which I would say were realistically unrealistic for a newly promoted side to expect, right? It seems reasonable for me to go, that seems a bit silly. So, cut to 5th round of the cup. We draw against Budapest Honved. They are currently, at the time anyway, the top of the league side. They're winning the league in a good spot. We lose the game, somewhat unfortunately, by 4 goals to 3. A little bit annoying. We were probably the better side. Shit happens. The board then come and say, you know what? We're annoyed that you failed the thing, but we understand that you were knocked out by a better quality side. Understandable. Then, the same day, Jarju, I believe, and some other... No, it wasn't Jarju, it was another guy. And about 7 or 8 of the squad come to me and say that they want a team meeting to discuss the failure to meet competitive expectations. The players, 8 of the first team players, are upset about me not meeting expectations when they were literally the ones fucking playing in the game. They had the power to win the match. So somehow it's my fault that they played shit in the game and didn't qualify for the next round of the cup. And thus, we ended up in a situation where half the players got annoyed at me because of what they had done. Which was not a thing that was in the game last year and had to have been physically added to the game this year. Yeah, it's Pereira. And then they said that we'd failed to meet the final. Bear in mind, we were never expected to meet the final either. It absolutely baffled my brain. Just try tutoring some players. Do you know what? Yes, I think you're right, Phil. I think you're right. Oh, dear. It was funny as fuck, though. Oh, dear. Man immediately gets a bonus as well. He is just an absolute meme of a human, isn't he? Absolutely hates me right now. But, on the plus side, he's training well. So, we're getting there slowly because of an advert. I'm sorry, Scott. I don't control that. What did you say in the start season team meeting? Well, I said the only thing you can say at the start of the team meeting, which is where you agree with whatever the board say. Because if you don't, when you do the team meeting with the team at the start of the season, if you don't echo whatever the expectations are, they will just say that you're being too ambitious or that you're not being ambitious enough. So you have to echo it. Because if I'd said to the team there that I didn't expect us to reach the final or reach the semi-final, they would have then gone, well, that's too ambitious or not ambitious enough. And then you end up pissing them off on that side of things. It's impossible. The only way that you can actually get through that meeting without annoying the team is to just agree on whatever the board say. And if what the board said is unrealistic and stupid, you have to agree to it, because otherwise the players will just get pissed off at you. It's dumb. Oh, yes, my favourite one as well is when it doesn't give you the option to agree with them. We have a new engine. So, yes, there's changes to the match engine have happened, Deja. As of last Thursday, I believe. And, yes, it is save compatible, so you will get it in your current save. But yeah, sometimes you literally won't even get the option that the board wants. I once had the board say that I needed to get Europa League, right? That was our task at the start of the season. I went to the team meeting. My only options were top half or challenge for the title or the Champions League. I literally couldn't say to the players that we were going to get into the Europa League. And then I tried to test it because we did I think we did this on stream last year, I think. Or might have been on, I don't know. Either way, I saved it and then tested both options of either to see if it would work. Neither of them were actually the correct option, and they pissed off at me both times. What actually has to happen is you click the wrong one and then backtrack to the one that they originally wanted, which wasn't there in the first place. But you still end up taking a morale hit because of it. To find really important guys. Oh, my mic actually. No, we're owned by, I don't know who we're owned by. We've nearly got taken over a few times. Possibly, yeah. I think it's just we're gonna have to just try and get in on a. We're gonna have to try to qualify for a group stage. Basically, that's what we're going to have to do here. It's going to be incredibly, incredibly difficult. But I think that's the only way out of it. Until we can qualify for the group stages or something, we're going to be in financial trouble. Oh, God, here we go. We need more. I can't believe the amount of trouble he's got into in one single season. So, players' wages are too high for his place in the squad. How much is he on? 2.4k for an important player. Okay, weird. Diaz, A+, because he's free, obviously. Gustavo Carva, what? Player's potential relative to the squad. He's really good. What are you on about? He's ridiculously good. All right. We've got Ngom, A+. They're not going to like him, that's fine. Bosancic, C. Nowusu. This has to be an A. Our Wonder Kid goalkeeper that is on the next gen list, that's a D. That's a D. Bear in mind, he's on 2.8k, but he is also the starting goalkeeper. Pereira, A+. Arietta, what? Arietta? Our starting right back, who played 20 games for us this season, admittedly did only get 1 assist compared to Van Knechten. Einelsen on a loan, yeah. Espria, who is free. Diop is A+. They're not going to like Schultz or Owen Beck, obviously. Wait, what? But they rate Owen Beck as an A+. I guess he didn't cost us anything, did he? Oh, no, he did, didn't he? He did cost us something. And Die. Schultz will be A+, of course, because it costs nothing. Hungary national team despite. Yeah, no, he's the type of guy that to complain about a lack of a work permit when he has a work permit, and also there's 18 months until his contract expires, like we had in Dundee. Navia and Raitanen, a player who's literally not even here anymore, right? Oh no, he is. He just wants to not be. Right, ready for the season timeline? Now, to be fair, they did still rate us as A+. I mean, we've got 73 points in our first season in the top flight. We only lost 6 league games, half of which were to Budapest Honved. I still can't get over that stat. Literally, if we'd have just not lost to them one time and won, or if it just took 2 draws, we'd have been... Oh, God damn it, man. Ready for immersion? Oh, no, finances. That's not good. Okay, so sponsorship. Oh, good. What? Hang on. Are you for real? We've gone down in sponsorship. So just to clarify, we get promoted and then come second, and we lose half our sponsorship as a result of that. Is that because it's hard-coded at the start and then the game doesn't know how to add new stuff? No new sponsorship. Damn, that's a lot of shirt sales. Match day income's up. Competition prize money is massively up. So is broadcast revenue, actually. But where is that, then? how we lined up. We don't. Right, here we go. The accolades. Oh, no. Where is the fucking... Here we go. Dynamic manager timeline, chatter. Let's see how well this works. Completed the free signing of... Wait, what? Oh. Does it not, like, default to this season? Does it really start at the very beginning every single time? Apparently we invested in potential, and we also here we go a few times, chatter. It actually defaults to the start of the save every single time. Wow.
In winter, it can get
every time I find something else about this, it just feels worse to me. That's what's dynamic. True. Zlax TV, thank you for the follow. So I have to go to here then, right? Where does it start? Hang on. This is it. This right here is it.
Open my own hotel.
This is... Oh, wait. Why is that in last season then? Hey, look, it's all the players that we signed this season, but they're still in last season because of that silly thing where if you sign them too early, they count as last season signings. GG, it's Jammo. Thank you for the follow. Only meant to play one season. I keep forgetting that. What a signing. Wait, what? Wait, that's this season. I'm so confused. So this is the season, right? This is the one that actually matters. So this is the new stuff that they've added this year. Manager of the year, top the charts, top scorer. Okay, so what else we got? That's it. That's literally it. Is it a really good idea, though? I'm trying to think what's good about it. I really am trying to think what's good. But still, if it's sorted by... All right, cool. Question, then. If it's sorted by calendar year, which I'm not disagreeing with that it is, why do you see it in the middle of the fucking calendar year then? Like, totally, have it be done by calendar year, for sure. Then have it appear at the end of the calendar year. And also, if it's done by the calendar year, why is it sorted by seasons down here? Move your mouth to move it. Oh, don't be silly. If I could use my mouse to move it, that would be ridiculous. Imagine if it did that. That might work then. You can press play. Oh, can I? Wow. Like, it can't be by calendar year and then... Wow. Scroll bar under it. But why have a scroll bar for a sideways motion when you could just have it so that it drags then? Like, why do you need a scroll bar for it? What's the point of that? Oh. I mean, there was a lot of, maybe mouse wheel? Yeah, it does do mouse wheel, but obviously because it... Yeah, it's not exactly smooth, does it? No, Hungary doesn't have transfer deadline day. You'd think Zlax, but I don't know. I'm really not sure what to make of these features that were added this year. I can't pretend that any of them have had any impact on the way I play the game. Like, they're not... But they also haven't had a negative impact other than the squad planner. Just... Yeah, it's just a shame. Because you just wonder what could have been. Like, what could have been in the game if these things weren't. And I know it always comes back to... no Dave Mulcahy. Always does come back to what is marketable. Honestly, that's not a marketable feature. I can't believe that made it as a marketable feature. I think what that shows is how little they really had to put forward, and that kind of sucks. Because, and this is, again, not coming down to devs not working hard. They work fucking... What's wrong with the squad plan? I never used it. You've answered your own question. You've literally answered your own question. The fact that you've never used it because you've never had to use it because it doesn't do anything. And thus... it just doesn't... Oh, sorry, you maybe meant to when I said it makes it worse. It's... The reason it makes it worse is because it actually makes the squad depth thing harder to use and not work properly and tries to force things into it for no reason. Hello, Pog. But I always like to temper everything I say with, like, I know that the devs want to put all sorts of cool shit in the game, but it's not their job to decide what goes in the game and what doesn't. That's made it a much higher level. Has that timeline given me any story? This timeline has given me nothing. If anything, it's made our stories seem dead. What's up? Why are you laughing?
Because you just grabbed my arm and pulled me over.
Well, I figured you were standing there like the fucking Grudge in the middle of the room. just going... Oh, look. Oh, chat, are you ready? It's the supporter profile update. Everybody's favourite Pog, can I get a yay? No. It's the supporter profile update time. No. Everybody's favourite time of the year. Screw Christmas. Christmas can suck my nutsack. It's all about supporter profile update. Ready, go. Okay, so what we've got is once again, for the second year in a row, a decrease in our hardcore fans. But also the number of Fairweather fans has increased. So that's the thing. But we have gained 31,000 followers on social media. A realistic amount. Season ticket waiting list, 0. Not one season ticket. Gideon has killed it as Jarju has basically done it. Play entertaining football. I don't know if... Also, are these new? Are these old? Like, what? Make the most of set pieces? I swear to God. How does this constantly get added? That's the other thing about it. They add make the most of set pieces when you score loads, but scoring loads does not fulfill the promise. Actually change. Yeah, but the changes are meaningless. As in, the changes do not mean anything. Like, it's some numbers on a screen that have no effect on the save, so I would hardly call that dynamic. Like, no more than the date is dynamic because it increases. Like... Decreasing comparison. Oh, of course, yeah. But it's still a little bit annoying that our hardcore fans are decreasing, but... Oh, well. If anything, it might actually help us not get sacked. Potentially should something go wrong later down the line, right? Decrease less than the other ones. Well, if a decrease of less would still not show... If something increased less, it will have still increased, and thus it should still be represented by a green arrow, just a smaller, like... If something is growing, then... To me, you can't represent an increase with a downward red arrow. That would be incredible. Dynamic calendar. How figures are influenced? No. Because I'm almost certain that the only thing about it that is actually truly dynamic is this number here, which will go up over time. And these numbers, which will just sort of oscillate and have no effect on anything. With a number of fans, their share decreased. But that's what I was on about. I was talking about the share decrease. But, like, they haven't grown then. I suppose, yeah. It's still a weird way of representing it, though. Because at the end of the day... Generally speaking, in interface, red and down arrow indicates bad. Generally speaking. Like, if I'm designing an interface, I generally want red and down arrow to represent bad thing. Some of them banning orders. Maybe the MTK Ultras have gone. The Harold Bishop Ultras are being banned. God. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't do anything. This has... Like... Okay, let's see what this says. Core supporters represent the average football fan. Cool. And in what way do they represent them? In the sense that, how does that have any effect on the save? Like, family. So what this is dictionary definitions of the words. But... Does that influence this? Like... Yeah. Okay, let's see. So what have they added here? Did it add up to 110%? It didn't. Hang on. Just to clarify, does that add up to 110%? I can't be asked to sit here and work this out in my head. 31, 60, 100. Oh, it does equal 100. Okay. Just checking. I couldn't be asked to figure it out in my head. Right, so what are they expecting? Top half finish. I love how they're being reasonable here. Work towards repairing the cost of financial damage. Okay, well, we'll have to get to Europe for that. I love how they haven't mentioned the cup. At all, actually. Ah! There you go. Hadrian has pretty much nailed it there. To put into context, the supporter profile page for clubs on the editor has not changed. So if it hasn't changed, then how could anything be underneath it have changed? So, oh, wow. Maybe that's if you want to change. Damn it, Rob. Yes, does it say about the cup? It doesn't appear to mention the cup, which actually I don't mind. In a way. Oh, God, they're making the most of set pieces again. But I love it when you hover over it. It says, a philosophy under which it's expected that the team should score a large amount of goals from set pieces. But actually, that's not how you fulfill that objective. But we move. Right, squad dynamics update. Okay. Right, okay. So, it's team meeting time, chatto. Everyone's favourite time of the year. So, The board have said be competitive in the Conference League. So what does be competitive mean? Let's have a little look. Ensure the team... Right, cool. Thanks for that. Be competitive in the Europa Conference League. Let's get some more context. Ensure the team is competitive in the Europa Conference League. Thanks for that. Why does it do that? Just tell me what round. What is be competitive? Just tell me what round. Simple. Yeah, but don't get hammered isn't a round. Which round are we expected to reach? The players aren't going to ask. I bet you I don't have an option to tell the players that we're going to be competitive. Let's see. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. We want to be top half in the league. There's no expectations for the cup. Okay, cool. So, end of season team meeting. Let's see. What we got? So, qualify for the Europa League next year. We can mid-table. Top half. Right, so top half. Don't get outclassed. Yeah, but don't get outclassed is not a round of the competition. Let's see. Right, so we want top half. That's what they said. Right, cool. We've hit that. Brilliant. Cool, 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 cool. Good. Well, we actually have no choice, so this better be correct. I love how I had no other options to say there. Like, I couldn't have even tried another option if I wanted because the game only presented me with one option. Like, how does it choose which options to show you? That also worries me that we might get smashed, but we move. That's fine. We've got through it. Okay. No promises. That seems to encourage them. They don't like promises, apparently. Code of conduct. They'll love a bit of that. Yes. Good shit. Everyone's favourite. Positive. Yes. Good. Okay. Incredibly. How's Jarju getting on? Where are you, Jarj? He's getting there. He's expressionless. Love it. Incredible. Expressionless. The man's just like... I can't believe this guy. Reba... Who? Oh. Okay. Jesus. Speaker was out 8 times this season. Luckily, none of our, big, first teamers were out that much this year. Other than... Actually, no, most of these guys aren't those. Wow. Scene. Yeah, dude, just I've had enough of this. Oh, leagues in focus. Very important. So who did come up? Oh, there's still one more game. Damn, they are literally locked together for that final spot. And Sega slapping mid-table again. It's 2 brain cells. Rubber, you've got to be careful. The friction that could create is terrifying. I want to make sure we know who's coming up with us. Which presumably will finish this Saturday, right? Richards. Oh, that little... Before the Brazil third goal, that little head tennis... Not head, where he's balancing on his head. Incredible. Odds on making it? It just comes down to dumb luck on who we draw. Like, if... Ooh, wow, let's get tight. If we get... Maybe I can just do... Second... I can't. The other problem is our second team don't play in a league and we don't get any matches for them. Which is irritating. Did I say Saturday? Damn it. Wait, they're playing on Sunday? Is their game on Sunday? Oh, yeah, it is. In fact, it's today. Oh, yeah, we'll have no coefficient points at all. We'll get, the default standard that you get as a new club. You do get a little bit of coefficient when you first enter, but it's based on, your league's rep and stuff like that. Speaking of league rep, actually, though, you'll notice that that's also been climbing up over the first couple of seasons, so that's good. Caffeine FC with the 10 months. How's it going, Caffeine? I had a glass of you the other day, and I'm trying to avoid it again. They have won 6 straight titles, to be fair. When was our last title? Was it 2001 or something? Oh, no, 2008 was our last actual title.
So I tell the swamp donkey
the Chief Scout. FM, thank you for the follow. Right. So who's coming up with us? With us? We're already up. What am I talking about? This is where the game just crashes. Spread throughout the squad. You probably could do, actually. Kapralix. They're actually doing a pretty good job at learning Hungarian. All right, here we go. We're not going to have a... Wait, what? Oh, we made a... How did we make a profit? But at least we didn't get a tax budget. Right, commercial summary. Here we go. Show me the good stuff. Okay, we've still lost sponsorship. Can I not click it from there? Okay. So that's a 1-year deal. So the main kit. So it's still 1.6 mil. How's that do us for us financially? Yeah. We need cash. Scouting budget's all right. We can do Eastern Europe. We could probably get away with actual Europe. Nation summary page on the nation. I think we looked at this. If I recall, we found it really late last time. Leog, thank you so much. Or Leog? Am I saying that right? League? Thank you very much for the 4 months.
Twitch told me it's my 3rd and 4th anniversary today.
Hey, get them both in. Why not? Up the 3rd and 4th. Let me do that. And then Is it this one? Season summary. And then you go down here and it shows you that. Group stage worth. So Conference League is probably worth about... It might be 3 million. Actually, no, because it's different now, isn't it? Let's have a look. So we've got Conference League. Rules. I was going to say next season, but apparently that doesn't happen. You can't see the stuff for next season, it seems. So you get to there. Oh, wait. League path. There you go. No? Does it not tell you the prize money in here? Other than the ones for poor win. Liga. Ligo? Ligu. Liogo. Lioga? I feel like I'm saying it wrong repeatedly now, and that's annoying me. Yeah, so we can't see the stuff for next playoff round. That just says round appearance money. It doesn't show you the progression money. I suspect this is because this is the turnover point. Because next season, it's the... We're going to go... If we do get into it, it's the big one where it has, like, the big groups of, like, 36. So I think we'll just have to wait. It's probably about 3 million. It was 2-point-something million before, wasn't it? So it's probably around that amount, I would guess. Right, okay, let me save that. So we can get ourselves sorted. But that is... I'd say, honestly, a pretty competent first season in the top flight. Like, we came second in the league. We obviously failed a little bit in the cup, but shit happens. I think we've done bloody well there. And is that... Gentleman, he's not streaming. Oh, my goodness. It's fine. We get to go say hello to Alice instead. Because this is what we do. Actually, no, I know what we're going to do. We're going to raid Ali. I've never raided Ali before. Oh, dear. So, I will see you lot on Thursday for Transfer Streamy. That's going to be fun. Now, it's going to be a bit of a more subdued one because we're going to have to really pinpoint the transfers, and my camera has frozen at the worst possible time. Or is it doing that same thing as before, where my Streamlabs crashes? I'm going to let that just sit there, and you can still hear me. That's the main thing. What a perfect time for the camera to crash. So, yes, I will see you on Thursday for that. The recap video of this season will be out on Thursday morning, of course, as well. And I will see... I'm throwing gang signs up and everything. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's go say hi to Ali. We've never raided him before, so do ask him his favourite flag. He's an absolutely lovely dude. Drop him a follow. Seriously, just a great dude. And I'll see you lot on Thursday. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, hold your gun, capybara, and throw up your gang signs or something. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.